Hier qu'attend la vigie, et la vigie. Fou pepe, va glolo, oh, et glolo. Ma way is embalejado, aja bagba, asicalibe, do aficolea, ne mia tempolo. Mi jagole gio, mi antomina, oh my way, mi antomina. Eyenti, mi regiodo, ne mi attende cucunolo. Ficole o, ma way, ficole ma, mbe. Ficole ma, ficole o, ewe ficole ma we ficole ma. Adoro me vana, fianfito pata, trozo pastolo. Adoro me vana, agredato pata.
Yo, mi appena un po' la me da con ami. Be miga le poi batti vi poi ya pa ma ci gongo di ma poi nya so to ni va poi batti poi Ŋdi Wɔna o ma da pa na mi ka vale ke yo da ka pa klim le mia po wona o cha pa da mia pa ro ma nya we poi batti vi tumro mia po du ko tumro mia we do wo ne mauna gba konga kaga tumi ke mi ga je mi ko no go mi anko sam le Facebook kada me ke le Facebook india mi atawanam india nya ba mi ga Facebook ala ba adubana ko na mabo ngong loko ma ga dwana se ke mi anko sam le YouTube ha akona mi ba ke mi ka pa klem ne ba da sha ro nya share mi atagli afma ko ma ando ke mi anko sam le multi TV mi anko sam le programme non by ke mi atanza akodo ajakuli menye plus 233 242 670 773 plus 233 242 670 773 na mi do mi akobada shugam kwa bokata khlage alawe adwa nasi donc jibe mi la ho la jimfuga hostel le poliame tana baro ko ne be ba ho technical university alo fike mi na kire ko poliko na baro na be jimfuga hostel jim shama klogo afia manye bu kwar ko nyo na gere miaji ya nyakbere mu a doloklo ale miawo bapare do no na ashie ne chana ene bi adobo bu nyata kbere mu la bu do me asisha chablu bu ma do nyakba do ku ta gere miaji le ba ingati bi afia ale nyakbere mu kwejo ajiba nyare na kpaduro adimi akaka nyare na tuakatao onya gbola enyo muola enyo nshangwike na kpoba hia bodwana sekwa garemi ajila bo ingbativiko ni ekpegerenchio kabanto alabo adwana asanko yo wana jago makpata ke mi gagagare mi afo motivational segment me nya se nyare ke na kotu mi arokyo nya gbaro ke mi akono agba fazoni zomle ko yo gbagbo afi na rongo gbagbo na ta gba motivational message a ko la poklira ko ma wagala English gba maka na ma wo bo ma troge agbugbo awe de mianto ya ko de gba ma ke shami ke mi ko sama fa de mi pa jero ramadi ke mi kata mi azoro ko na fu gani ma mo ko mi do cha ro pa le ba wagala ji le ma jujuma ke mi adam tu nyokata ma maka sasana ba na dam nya pa jero ma hia na mi ale bebe eya we afia do ba mi le da ka wo me hazosom adu donc ji ha ba Ŋdi TV nye TV idike ntepo le miade begbe me ke mi hiane amaro ko ten awo doklimi fa ta ne ejro mi awo doklimi nya po wona yo ke mi ejanwo gere mi aji cho woda siti gbanove na cho ogbanove na gere mi aji le wotwe le fia ko mi akpo aleke mi awo deka alobe awo do ashi miaudo alobe nyatu tukoro ta gere miaji ne enye nyajojo kakala enye strong chunchi soncho modern to hearo nchi ke atanko pore mianchi le miapo wonom alo adanwa do la shio ike naten anami nomba yo ke ponere tv aji atayo do motore share fa alobe nya awodeka yo nya gere motivational segment me miapo motivational message. So we go to the motivational segment of our show. I welcome all of you to Ŋdi TV's morning edition of the show. I have a piece here from Anderson Z. And he says, kindness makes you the most beautiful person in the world, no matter what you look like. Kindness makes you the most beautiful person in the world, no matter what you look like. And that's coming from Anderson Ziggy. Well, I don't know Anderson, and I'm not too sure if we should attribute this to him. But this is one of the pieces that I was calling on the internet, and it took my attention. And I thought I should bring this to the public domain today on Ŋdi TV's motivational segment. Kindness makes you the most beautiful person in the world, no matter what you look like. So when you're kindness, when you're liberal, when you can help, when you can support, when you can amplify the people in your circle, you become a beautiful soul, in spite of how you look outwardly, in spite of how you look in the mirror to yourself. I know we are in a world where everything is outward and showy. Your curves, the number of zeros by your earnings, is what people use to define you, is what people use to rate you. In the church, if you have a lot of money, you are most likely to hold the microphone. In media, well, if you look so shapely and beautiful, you are most likely to be the face of the brand. In politics, if you can throw a lot of money about and people can talk about you, you are most likely to have power. And that's just how the world has become. So people appreciate love, people appreciate kindness, people appreciate who can help them and amplify them. And the human race in general leans towards loving those who can help them scale up. And that's how we start our show this morning. Nyagbade yike mokpole ya holoji funji nyajojo kakape ofwere yike ocho Anderson Ziggy pon kodete agwaglombe domenyo enana ame fatu domenyo enana ame jatube domenyo enana ame nyuna lekeke o jejemeleho ne enyanye domenyo wolako amukata gbogodo pogebe enyame nyuade nenemai egbe pe nsedo amenya amroki tunya alo gbo pozoni Ŋdi TV wana ko jeba ko gbadi dia yi memma enyame kata nyanye domenyo nyame oke dana shilemu menye miame ko ba shimaso meje mianye ameo ke pa ashimaso mianye ameo ke nana mianye ameo ke benare miano nyonchi mianye ameo ke wo domanyo wala nya amerike atakbaru to bo menye mi to shiojo to bo menye ye to pe jie nya pa ha yo po ba hiana pere nwara akpere ngo fa nye domenyo wala ita no pere ngo ma ajame dangware ke koge atro abe ya cho ago khona ne kala shiwo ala ba ama domenyo wala onye ta nya be ye macho dare mi agbo egbe dia be misro domenyo wowo, misro enwana, misro pekpere miano viomchi, misro ale mia ade lono afia mianto miato le bepeson ni aso mia nyo ashimo uvu miapo numi wo miapo egadede miapo pekpere miano miomchi miapo miano vio pasila anamnya kata mia waduko blagana vio gogoto obone be amarodo paro no ni mama yigenti amarodo to manyuno no ni nere kala defi mi ke be na tafara sermon manui ko unto no jurengo. So that's how we end the motivational statement for today. Understand, put something out there. Kindness makes you the most beautiful person in the world, no matter what you look like. Whether you are shapely or curvy, whether you have a V or not, when you are kind, you will be one of the most attractive people to hang around. All right, we move to the next segment of our show. Miakbo nka nyanya jojotocho kazo hachi ashisho chachamle miapo fumo gbaja ojin dia ke mia ajagomen cho howide.com howide.com nyanya jojo kakapade ikele miakwa muntu mafia ike ihe ajagbagba be ya ana mianya nkawe nya jojo yoke cho miakwa muntu mato ewo namba mia ajagomen cho howide.com. Nkrumah dashes speculations on minority leader role. Nkrumah dashes speculations on minority leader role. So, Kojo Oppong Nkrumah, who is the minority spokesperson in Parliament, has said that, well, the calls and speculations about he becoming minority leader in no time, that is, he essentially replacing Apanyumaki is unnecessary, is uncalled for. He outrightly dismisses that, and that's not necessary, according to Kojo Nkrumah. Politics, me Kojo Nkrumah ikenya joka kala hopo it was a bit of sort of hamila penro tata ko mafia ko bron kira ko nyama gomo le atema joba ya rano apanyuma ki defa aba minority leader mama here it's so let's forget about that. Okay, retired soldier pastor convicted. Retired soldier and pastor convicted. There's a conviction, summary conviction there for a retired soldier and pastor. I'll get the details. Some part of the message is truncated. Ghana's new envoy presents a letter of credence to the Italian Prime Minister. It's also the security guard assaulted at Ridge Hospital is also there. And Ghana takes Togo to International Court of Arbitration on maritime boundaries. We also have that one there. Finance Minister vows action over 85 million Ghana City transit scam is here. Then rideshare scam activist slams Uber and Bolt. Is the one in question. Mama visits Gamanche at UGMC, UG Medical Center. It's also here. National security officers, land guards, remanded for unauthorized demolition of property. And Nkrumah dashes. Okay, so all right. Nebohowide.com and New Pomafia Oporo Mamatungo. Ma Ajagomat retired soldier and pastor convicted of manslaughter. This is a human interest story, so we start with this. Retired soldier, pastor, convicted of manslaughter. A high court in Accra has convicted a retired military officer Joseph Abusa, and the Pastor Benjamin Kofi Agbetiafa for the manslaughter of a taxi driver, Solomon Dapa. The pair was found guilty of chasing, beating, and tying up Dapa over a suspected fake 50 Ghana cedi note in 2018, which led to his death and after severe beatings. So the incident occurred when Abusa and Agbetiafa accused Dapa of passing a counterfeit note. Oh, okay. The confrontation escalated and the pair subjected Dapa to a brutal assault resulting in his untimely death. The court has yet to announce the sentencing of the convicted duo. The prosecution's evidence presented in court revealed the extent of the violence inflicted on Dapa, highlighting the gravity of the crime. The conviction serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of taking the law into one's own hands. The incident has sparked widespread outrage and concern about the rise in violent attacks in Ghana. The case underscores the importance of resolving disputes through lawful means and respecting human life. All right. Nyapen bola nyagbanto ke le gbanyafia nye odonya soja xojujo ade kple usofo ade yoko fonko nye Joseph Abusa kple Benjamin Kofi Agbetiafa. Joseph Abusa be ye nye gbadagba ojujo ke Benjamin Kofi Agbetiafa nye maunya kakala wo po asi driver la rotazi kulare kenkonya Solomon Dapa nke Solomon Dapa wo Solomon Dapa rega reke 50 Ghana cedi note acho couple mi ke lenkura gamwa obibe ga enye counterfeit lo payo rayata wo kure jo fio twinyi ke gbeveto okwe gbadapa okpede sibe Solomon Dapa ku de ata wole badagba xoxo ya kple osofo ya alebe wokɔ yi ɖe kpovitɔwo gbɔ wokun mekpliwo ke woɖo kpedzi be wonye gbegblɔwo la de ata wotsɔ kɔ yi mɔ enye nyagbãtɔ yi ke le fia ke eya enye kpɔɖeŋu enye nyaɖeŋu be mia asrɔ̃ ale ke wogbɔ dziɖi he ekuna ŋume alo lena amewo ke mibui be wonye ŋgbegblɔwo la wotsɔ de asi ne kpovitɔ le mɔ nyuitɔ ŋuti ale be woakplɔwo kple se enye nya aɖe ŋu ne dua katã. Ne enya aɖe dzɔa emi ŋutɔ wobe milibili ye ma le fiafie ko mi katã mi sɔ ɖe amatsi ko mi de kpɔ ama ko hetsɔ ma wua babia dze mia be mia kpɔ dama ɖe ke ne miawo hã mi le ablɔdzɔ fia ko bo fiafie yeya ko fania tsi ko mi wuɖi ta leke yo mi le kpovitɔ dɔ va gale mia si o mia srɔ̃ ɖeke mia va gba kple susu be ma ɖeke me dava anya na mia ma le mia ame dze mia do akɔ ala afi ne to adelia. Okay, all right. Afi ma sɔ ɖe ŋgɔa gbedesia alo yona alo tso dzro dɔwɔ eva alo va ke mia si wobe mia xlẽ ne dua gbalẽ gbãtɔ tso Ministry of Foreign Affairs yi ke nye Ghana dukɔ ƒe dɔwɔƒe yi ke kpɔna míaƒe katsatsa kple gbeta dukɔwo me dzi. Gbalẽa woda asi te he eŋlɔe do ɖa tua le eƒe dziŋu eve ame mi le ƒe ŋkeke bla evevɔtɔ̃ from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Closure of premium passport application centers. Public announcement from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs wishes to inform the general public of the closure of the premium passport application centers in Accra and Kumasi effective 20th February 2026. All passport applicants, particularly clients with pending applications at the aforementioned premium passport application centers, are hereby advised to access the regional passport application centers for the processing of the applications, or contact the passport office client service unit on 0302 754 200, 0302 754 200 for assistance. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs wishes to take this opportunity to assure the general public of its commitment to deliver quality public service to all media houses. Mpola banea mi popo mi onti viaje cho jiru domaga ke pona mi apa kachacha kle betadu komo jiwo ke kanana mi mozo gbane vio yo ko yo na passport bio ko gbomba ameto ke passport ho for yo ke le kin kle kumasi o mo ka do mo ayi ke manfum no do anesi be yo mo ka mo nam tamare ke na ga ba ase kai ke jibe ye mo kata na marbe ya ba kota lo mo Malaysia processing center. Now, you may have a passport office level. Processing passport office level here. Then I give you the ministry of passport. All right. So, any Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Balada Hagado Chomak show EPA, Environmental Protection Authority. Never no, public notice from the EPA launch of a pilot water cleaning exercise on Birim River. Launch a pilot water cleaning exercise on Birim River. The Environmental Protection Authority, EPA, will on Tuesday, 24th February 2026, launch a pilot water cleaning exercise on the Birim River at Adiokrum in the Isiakwa area at 8 a.m. This initiative forms part of ongoing national efforts to combat the growing pollution of water bodies, particularly as a result of illegal mining activities. The pilot intervention is designed to demonstrate practical, scientifically guided methods of restoring degraded river systems and strengthening long-term water resource management. The exercise is being undertaken in collaboration with key national institutions, including the Ghana Water Company Limited, the Water Resources Commission, the Water Research Institute of the Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, the Ghana Atomic Energy Commission, the Ghana Standards Authority, Science Plus, and Ailish Solutions. Illegal mining has significantly impacted water quality, aquatic ecosystems, and access to safe drinking water. The EPA remains committed to safeguarding Ghana's water resources through coordinated science-based interventions and stakeholder partnerships. Members of the public and all interested stakeholders are invited to attend and observe this important initiative. For further information, please contact Environmental Protection Authority on 050-669-4760 or 050-722-7726, or email them on client.relationships@epa.gov.gh. All right. To miga kok banare cho jiru ko to peke kwana nya pe muto mo pe de dinyonoji oba yo wona de dam to me aba kporen wona ene le birim toshishi dzi nka nye nwa yo kpede ɖe si be agbavitɔ sika kuku kple sika kuku manɔ seŋ ena be tsiwo katã va zo kpɔntɔkpɔtɔkpɔtɔ te ya ta yo dɔ wɔna ɖe tome kple dziɖuɖɔƒewo katã yiwo ke ƒe ŋkɔ miese Ghana Water Company tsi dɔwɔƒea Ghana Resources Commission ame ke kpɔna tomeŋuwo kuku ƒe dedienɔnɔ gbɔ ame yiwo ke dena ŋku etsi kple eƒe eŋutikɔklɔ kple dzadzraɖo ƒe wɔnawo me ame ke kpɔna amatsiwo ƒe dedienɔnɔ gbɔ ame ke kpɔna nuɖuɖu kple tɔwo ƒe dedienɔnɔ gbɔ hafi wodzrana ne dua wo katã yo ɖeka wɔm be yewoyi bilim tɔsisia to ale be yewoade wɔna ɖe tome be kpɔ ɖe ŋu be yewoate ŋu agbugbɔ aklo tsia wònɔ eƒe dada dzidzi na ne yewowoe wòdze dzia ke yotɔtrɔ ge ɖe tɔwo katã ŋuti ale be yɔkuklu nuwo katã yi ke nye nugbegblẽwo kpɔtɔkpɔtɔ kple nuƒoɖiwo le tɔwo me kple susu be etsiawo nanɔ woƒe teƒe tututu ne edumeviwo ƒe zãzã eyae ganya agbalẽ ɖeka ɖe yi ke eva ɖo mia gbɔ. Enuwo dzɔ etsɔ hã va yi geɖe tso kpovitɔwo ƒe dɔwɔƒea ke wohã na mienya be nya aɖewo le yewo si yi ke wodze be miakaka ne dua enye nya yiwo keke míawo ŋutɔ míaƒe dedienɔnɔ ta ne mi zɔ ɖe ŋgɔ ƒo ganyi heyina yelia mi ŋutɔ ge ɖewo ale be dua nasi míagakpɔ ale ke amegblẽkuwo adzoblaswo kple adzogliwo ƒe nuwo wɔmee kple aye ke dzem dziɖuɖu ƒe dɔwɔƒe yi ke nye kpovitɔ ƒe dɔwɔƒe le hafi ŋu me kum le adzame he wo lém kɔvɛ na mi kple su be mi katã mianɔ ɖo anɔ ŋdzɔ be ame ɖeke megava afi mi o. Yo nukpɔlawo ƒe Ŋgba TV ƒe Ŋdi Wɔna mea miele tɔni magbe miakplɔm ke ne ƒo gandre kple afã me dom tsotso aɖe xɔ ge ale be awɔ si tɔtrɔ yi ɖe ko ne metrɔ va miayi enyawo me dzodzo dzi ke mi gale howide.com enuwo yi dzi tsɔ alekeleke gbogbo ke woƒe ɖewo yiwo ke mekpɔ be mia atom tsa enye Finance Minister vows action over 85 million Ghana cedi transits scam. This big deal. Finance Minister vows action over 85 million Ghana cedi transit scam. Kasela Forsen, who is Ghana's finance minister, has promised decisive action against those involved in a massive transit diversion scheme that has left the country with a potential revenue loss of 85 million Ghana cedi. The minister made a statement after 18 articulated trucks were intercepted at the Akanu and Aflao border post for allegedly transporting goods without the mandatory customs human escorts. The trucks were declared as goods in transit to Niger, but were found to be operating without the required escort protection. 12 of the trucks have been impounded, with 11 secured at the Tema Transit Yard for detailed inspection and legal processing, while one overturned during an attempted escape. Preliminary findings point to systemic control weaknesses and possible human involvement, prompting the minister to direct the Ghana Revenue Authority to begin comprehensive investigations. Atufosun said, "We will not allow Ghana's customs regime to be exploited to undermine domestic revenue mobilization and national development." The minister has also announced measures to prevent further abuse of the transit system, including a ban on land transit of cooking oil and enhanced monitoring of transactions from land collection points. The impounded goods will be auctioned to recover lost revenue. The Ghana Revenue Authority is expected to report back to the disciplinary legal progress of the case, and government vows to apply the full rigors of the law. Yo le miaƒe ŋutɔ le akanu kple Aflao border dzi afia wokpɔ be agbaɖo yiwo ke wolɔ ɖe articulated truck gbogbo aɖewo me woto bit ale be womexe adzɔga alo duty ɖe agba yawo ŋu. Eɖewo gblɔ be wotsɔ kɔ yina ɖe ŋutɔ me. Ke zi geɖe ne wotsɔ agbawo leka woyɔna be escort protection ejebe dziro dɔwɔƒewo yiwo ke kpɔna adzɔgawo xɔxɔ dzi nano me hafi ʋuɔ nano ɖewo tso manɔ yi. Wokpe de dzesi be edzedzem abe ame aɖewo yiwo ke le dɔwɔƒea yi ke nye Ghana Revenue Authority kple Customs Division yiwo ke nye gbalẽlawo kple dedisrafowo wowɔ lulu aɖewo alebe ega aɖewo ko dzi be woxɔ yi ke nye adzɔgawo xɔ tso ʋu yewo shia womexɔ wo. Wodze agbagba be wolé ʋuawoa, eɖewo dze agbagba be woasi ɖe mata ɖeka da to me hemu gbegodo. Wolé ʋuawo kple agbawo ke Kasela to fɔsi gbɔgblɔm be yewo abe dziro ne va se be amewo nanɔ dziɖuƒe gafi ma le kaba dzɔka yɔ abe 85 million Ghana cedi ke dzi gbɔƒewo mexe o. Ɖe mata gba ke wola yewo dzaka gbandzo alo ga ke wokpɔ ke tso ma wotsɔ ade dziɖuƒe gadziaɖoƒo alebe yewoakɔ tu dukɔ Dr. Kasela to fɔsi megbe wonye nukpɔla gamasmaxɔ tsotsoƒi aɖe le miniti eve aɖewo megbe magatrɔ va alebe míazɔ ɖe ŋgɔ kple nyadzɔdzɔ gbalẽwo me dzotso miagakpɔ kawoe kaka tsi nyadzɔdzɔ gbalẽ mamlɛawo me tɔni magbe miakplɔ mi gakasi miaƒe TV-awo megbɔna.
Hey, see, they go they pretend say they love you. They go they call for mouth, they sweet they call you. Say, they go they smile for front, they say they love you. Hey, they go they spoil for back, they say they love you. Hey, jealousy, 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 oh, everywhere. Jealousy, 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 oh, everywhere. Mon Dieu, mon Dieu, quand on s'affole, mon Dieu, mon Dieu. Ah, mon Dieu, mon Dieu, quand on s'affole, mon Dieu, mon Dieu. This like way they see so. You know, be like they said the day before. Because of jealousy, oh, brother is killing brother because of money. I say, jealousy, oh, jealousy, oh. Because of jealousy, brother, no they trust brother again. Hey, this love where you see so, my brother, love no day again. Brother no go trust him brother. Sister, oh, sister no go fit trust his sister. Everything jealousy. Which kind life be this so? I'm an aquaba mene. Aqua woto menya wone wofa for jojo kojomole. Nuka bakwa menya wenya ya. Hey. Dadavie, the kawa won't make a value. Bofobile the fulfill. Dadavile, Dadavio. Which can life be this? Which can life be this? Oh, hey, jealousy, jealousy, oh. So jealousy every day, everywhere jealousy. Hey, mon Dieu, mon Dieu, comme ça va, mon Dieu. Mon Dieu, quand ça va, mon Dieu, mon Dieu. See, this food where they chop for mouth, it depend them, they do say so jealousy. When they walk out for street, it depend them. Everything you do, I say so jealousy. Hey, see. They go they pretend say they love you. They go they call for mouth, they sweet they call you. I say, they go they smile for front, they say they love you. Hey, they go they spoil for back, they say they love you. Hey, jealousy, 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 oh, everywhere. Jealousy, 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 oh, everywhere. Mon Dieu, quand on s'affole, mon Dieu, mon Dieu, quand on s'en mon Dieu, mon Dieu. This life where they see so, you know, be like they said the day before. Because of jealousy, oh, brother is killing brother because of money. I say, jealousy, oh, because of jealousy, brother no they trust brother again. Hey, this love where you see so, my brother, love no day again. Hey, brother no go trust him brother. Sister no go fit trust his sister. Everything jealousy. Which kind life be this so? I'm an aquaba mene. Aqua woto menya wone wofa for jojo kojomole. Nuka bakwa menya wenye ya. Hey, dadavie, the kawa womega value. Bofo bile de fulfill. Dadavile dadavio. Which kind life be this? Which kind life be this so? Hey, jealousy, oh. So jealousy every day, everywhere jealousy. Hey, mon Dieu, comme ça va, mon Dieu, comme ça va, mon Dieu. See, this food where they chop from mouth, it depend them, they do say so jealousy. We dey walk for street, it depend them. Everything you do, I say so jealousy. Hey, see, they go they pretend say they love you. They go they call for mouth, they sweet they call you. Say, they go they smile for front, they say they love you. Hey, they go they spoil for back, they say they love you. Hey, jealousy, oh, everywhere. Jealousy, oh, everywhere. Mon Dieu, quand on s'en fout, mon Dieu. Ah, mon Dieu, quand on s'en fout, mon Dieu. This life where they see so, you know, be like they said the day before. Because of jealousy, oh, brother is killing brother because of money. I say, jealousy, oh, because of jealousy, brother no they trust brother again. Hey, this love where you see so, my brother, love no day again. Hey, brother no go trust him brother. Sister no go fit trust his sister. Everything jealousy. Which kind life be this so? I'm an aquaba mene. Aqua woto menya wone wofa for jojo kojomole. Nuka bakwa menya wenye ya. Hey, dadavie, the kawa womega value. Bofo bile de fulfill. Dadavile dadavio. Which kind life be this? Which kind life be this so? Hey, jealousy, oh. So jealousy every day, everywhere jealousy.
Yo, mi apa numpal kanya salam dak na mi abale ke mi liknim ne mi apa Ŋdi Wɔna me Tony magbo enya ga mi aklom mi dang mi apa je Roma abaleke mione da ne le +23426707773 ala nyekli mi wana hom nyakli mi azoni asom ta mi ajibe mi kata mi azo paklin ala be wona na jefia to jegauto yo mi agere my joy online akpo nkawe nya jojo ado yo ke won fun chonchi fifi agana duko kata nya blore gbajama mi leta mojo chon la pasapa won hafi na lito e na lagate ta mi jagbagba bo nya bon kanya jo. All right, ta mi na the my joy like city newsroom my city newsroom ba sorry I beg your pardon city newsroom nya bon nkawe le fuma ndia my city newsroom bon nya je want city newsroom ta mega kuna. Cement manufacturers warn of price hike over clinker delays at port. That's a big story. That's a real big story there. Cement manufacturers warn of price hike over clinker delays at port. Simiti dopo boblombe ne mikasa simiti pachi bona jiga ala anyi yi ke yoko wana cementia me baga na romo ta cement manufacturers warn of price hike over clinker delays at port. Okay, anyi yoko dona chokbeta du komo o magba chimala ba o ba chi port o nkola nyo hima ga nya mo pide. IMF hints lifts Africa growth forecast. Ghana others set for expansion. IMF Africa kata bulugo gango iga michichiga tuturoji miachi suga ke Ghana hengono ge bledu kore o tomato prices saw in Accra after Burkina Faso attack. Tomato pashi eira jilagi alaba o nyina ba vianda le tomato shichala on chi le Burkina Faso. Victim of no bed syndrome could be saved. Victim of no bed syndrome could be saved. Cardiac anesthesiologist. Nchin sola gare globe dollar de kunable no bed syndrome. What ade mio nyama khalaga wono toji. 127 of 318 ambulances grounded. National Ambulance Authority. Juva dope ke kpona donokobu ji la Ghana bo plomba avu alofa ton wie nye le yoshi kenya donokobu kaka o malofa kabla vendre problem. Energy Ministry no return to doom so power supply remains stable. Juva dope ke kpona fa kari nya ji bo plomba chiklo ke metrog bona rawajo ali. Kolebu interdicts 2 doctors, 2 nurses over hit and run case. Kolebu interdicts 2 doctors, 2 nurses over hit and run case. Dr. Almovekle dono ji kpolo movareko domle Kolebu ole COVID ovashim alabo ngbeglare mi ke kranya mkire. Smuggling and counterfeiting are economic sabotage. Mahama. Kalabudi shichacha bakpole gachocho wodemi gawo onye tubagba. The corporal John Dramani Mahama explained. Please give Swiss bus 24 hours to produce students over assault. Please give Swiss bus 24 hours to produce students over assault. Bobito Vadova and Dagbena Swedru Business School where Sukuta Toba Yonanka Kereka Abamioka wo or Domika the Sukuvila Kafa Bera Yokono come the Wɔna wom to have a year na chat Mbablo no do Kava no do Shayo of Toheka Johi. Mama appoints Aaron Kano as acting customs commissioner of GRA. Mama appoints Aaron Kano as acting customs commissioner at GRA. Tukopora John Dramani Mama Toshi Aaron Kano jive nazu customs commissioner the GRA. Jivo do you can agbale srafo bale deji joga holo ko do ko a toshi eron canon ji to ko be eron canon na no akpa mai ka kona gba ole le ple u ba jo ka hoji le jiru ko do ke kona jo ka nya o chi. Hi, me I get a big story. I'm Kenya for a big story. I'll feature story. Cement prices likely to go up. We're doing that story in a moment. So, cement prices could be headed for an increase as prolonged congestion at Ghana's ports continues to delay the discharge of clinker, a key raw material used in cement production. Industry players have warned that mounting demurrage costs resulting from vessels waiting up to 13 to 20 days to berth may ultimately be transferred to consumers if urgent interventions fail to ease the situation. The looming threat of price hikes dominated an emergency meeting convened on Monday, February 23rd, 2026 by the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness and Industry, Elizabeth Ofusu Ajari, in collaboration with the Minister of Transport, Joseph Bukari Nikbe. The meeting brought together cement manufacturers and key sector players to address operational bottlenecks that have left clinker shipments stranded at the harbor for between 2 to 3 weeks, causing significant financial strain on the industry. Chief Executive Officer of the Chamber of Cement Manufacturers Ghana, Bishop Dr. George Dawson Amwa, described the situation as dire, stating that the cement industry is leaking financially due to escalating timber charges. Manufacturers warn that the longer vessels remain at sea awaiting berth space, the higher the costs incurred, the burden that could reflect in cement prices on the domestic market. Although industry players acknowledge ongoing dredging works at the port, they appealed for immediate interim measures, including temporary access to additional berths and consideration for handling non-dust producing raw materials such as gypsum and slag at alternative berths to ease congestion. So, this big story here in City Newsroom, big story. Simiti for Ashichalao, what Domagao, Beta Papajiru, Domaka Kona, Agbao, Zozo, Miapa, Yiplebo, G. Nipe, Ble, Ameka Kona Shichanyao, Agledenyao, Ble, Dopukata, Blogoto, Yokala Chatunya, my Lisbeth, Ofusra Jari, Nkenyoko Kuhi, Opo Nyandalaga, Ikenye. Bishop Dr. George Dawson Ama Womba na yo dog bacho batatu komo yo kenye anyi toho yo cho na simitia melioba no na eto aba koshira we na koshira to ene so ala bo mo profite o bona agbadrugalo nke jo ala ba jiru do ke pona mia fa pa fa ji ple ame o ke pona mia fa mele japo ji boblomba yo hiana ri alava yo bo ade mo alava ko plagro ke vatra akparo o kata vai alva ye mele jafa na bugwa keketa de ata melio vano na chaponchi ko shira pena ko cha so kar ba yo melo ma nkavano ora ko ba den ko Akbanano Melijapa Afi Wakle Alova Dida Eva Benavo. Kanaka Kabla for the Kiavada Yakala. Alu Eva Ganarme. Eva number your demorage ham alo yo Fakbano Melijapan Kabla for the Bavomaya yo major yo rea dane jirumara fukaba ke gayo kenye dimorita lojo gayo pulo longo kona na ojina yo benede ala bo joba yo we wo ma yo to ga lu e kore simiti pa shiji na simiti plalo remata dziruva fo remo le be yana du komona fa mo bashina didi ple de bolo kata ko le be simiti bashi didi ma mo kata gba zu ke fa ko anya nya gbanto ike nye feature story aro main story nya kak nya ganto kaka ike city news ko dare pa Japan loje. IMF lifts Africa growth forecast. Ghana others set for expansion. Elefia IMF jiruru gajaro ga ikenya dukote popo ba loje reka ikekpona manumashi duko fo gadonya oji gbogbulombe Africa kata glogodoa fo ganya o kakagere mebe le bayame ke Ghana kle duko do over Ganyok Taka. So that is another big story there. City does good on business story. So let's just read a little bit of it. IMF says growth in sub-Saharan countries, including Ghana, is expected to expand after upgrading its economic outlook for the region, projecting growth of 4.6% in 2026 on the back of macroeconomic stabilization and reform efforts. The revived focus signals strengthening recovery momentum across parts of the continent, even as vulnerabilities persist in conflict-hit and oil-dependent economies. So, addressing a recent press briefing, Director of Communications at the International Monetary Fund, Julie Kozak, said recent policy adjustments in several key economies are beginning to yield results. Bidakwa, miapata don reji IMF kote fufo fe gajira ko gan ke pona manoshi duko manomeshi duko ko gadono ji gbogbombo kakagreme miame okle sub Sahara Africa miame okle nto ya me ikenye Ghana pleto kakagremo na mi pe eyo. Tomato prices soar in Accra. Big deal story there. Let's look at this thing. Tomato prices soar in Accra. Tomati fashi jim again. To come ala ela make me say enjoy here. Badagba bijiaro va le tomato shichala le jiere unto le Burkina Faso que wo uncho otojoro pleto nyamanye Donya de Jola Burkina Faso Reata, Tomatipa Ashijim, Nkatai. Tomato prices have surged sharply across some markets in Accra following the recent terrorist attack on Ghanaian tomato traders in Burkina Faso, disrupting a key supply route and triggering cost pressures along the value chain. Traders in the capital say they have been forced to rely largely on supplies from neighboring Togo as sourcing from Burkina Faso has become increasingly risky. The shift in supply channels has significantly pushed up wholesale prices with ripple effects on retail markets. A visit to CMB by City Business News observed steep increases in tomato prices. A basket that was previously supplied at 3,000 cedis is now being supplied between 8,000 and 9,000. Yay! There is significant pressure on the system now. This large basket previously cost 3,000, but we now purchase it between 8,000 to 9,000. Prices have more than doubled. Prisla Pokwa, a tomato trader, said, "Hey, Charlie, tomato bashi, tomato kushi go jajram 30 million, chan, 50 baja 80 million, ina 90 million. If you have tomato bashi le game toma, ejireji ya pakle vena tombo. Era bobenka, obe ocho nikobu gare kema tomato shichalo, tomato bao le Burkina Faso, alebo lo ro nyongo fu batura fiare, o ncho tojo agba o plak ame o ncho le agba avuame deata tomato fashi baji alabo tomato shichalo mo jijimbe oga ire Burkina Faso va chogba ifi awo Togo yo gba chonchwe awo Togo mo chori o gbo alo ashi eleji le Togo ne tomato pagba pele gagbagba fe nya ha deata ame o kenye Agbangashi chalo yoke bahogan lo shi yoke am wholesale Sophia. Ushi kajamo le 3,000 over jam 8,000 to 9,000. Tabagele game don't fia tomato hoshi. Now mbolo kwenye salon nyama kamila hofio. Tomato yoke chuna mya pon tuo mo yoke wanashia. Yoke mo chobo kina Faso mo jama nyama na kamio. In fact, yo kpon kata fi mi ata tomato blele mya pon tuo mo. Anyị gba ekele Togo nyibe de do bo na anyị gba ekele Ghana nyiba. Ya ta mi de kuna nyon. Mutafun all right. Me join us nyakpo nkawle fia. This story enjoy. Who interdicts 2 doctors and 2 nurses for refusal of emergency care online. Then we have pushed them too hard, lose them to private hospitals and ones on doctors and rural postings. Push them too hard, lose them to private hospitals, MP ones on doctors and rural postings. All right, MP doctor ashide dokita yakma ke ojura le jiru doko aba doko konju mi body account of minister for a global dead ocean of naide couple of about to senior high school student demands justice for the matter at the school student that high school video. So we advise you to exercise discretion in the watching of this thing. So the discretion is not right. And na mi apeng ya mi bana di mare na pora and yo ngira ko o bi ko mo la ko de to na jo bela na sukulia ubuku e konji kra mi se ko. All right, so 127 of 318 ambulances grounded as fleet ages, National Ambulance Service official reveals. Jirufa dogo kekwana dono ple amajafoko koko. Jibo blomba Emil Norefia bidon kuje Dr. Kasela 24 simple ambulance scandal, ambulance case ade. Ambulance over 120 for a lot for the kabla of wonder o la pejiho alabo ambulance o bochichi. Hey, bakuna potasio ke o flafio jinga ke o gala mo Jesus ombra. Jiru dola cutting doctors of payroll won't fix rural crisis. MPP tells Health Minister. Egala fear MPP talk about account of Health Minister but mouvement mo lebe ya mo for toujours joga ya ga for tout dokita ro la bo yo bo ne ko mo gbo mo ko manya fotu ma ko alo anyara o alo ku kekla na mo na go ko o baro ma ya to account anu de we ne ya me ko ta nya ya nya ga onyo jimi ko jiri awonya ta account attention. All right, don't stop at Aflao. Fabak demands nationwide border ban on selected transit goods. Don't stop at Aflao. Fabak demands. All right. So all these stories can be found in my Joy Online. What I can do now is to signal to me let Joy Online bring back TV for Ŋdi Wɔna enyaji onye ba plawo mas mia de du account coffee atari ma jibe ma aje gon chok pame nke ya jam don't stop at that flow. The Food and Beverages Association of Ghana, FABAG, has called on government to extend the ban on selected transit goods beyond the Afro border to all land entry points across the country. In the statement issued on Monday, FABAG commended Ghana Revenue Authority for what it described as a bold and timely directive banning the entry of transit goods for selected products through the Afro border. The association said the move is a decisive step towards safeguarding local industries, protecting government revenue, and strengthening regulatory control at Ghana's borders. For years, FABAC noted that influx of transit goods through land borders has posed serious challenges to legitimate businesses. It said the practice has undermined local manufacturing, distorted market competition, and weakened the import ecosystem, particularly within the food and beverages sector, where unregulated inflows have had severe implications on local producers and formal sector operators. However, the association warned that limiting enforcement to AFLAW alone could defeat the policy purpose. Okay, Peter Kwa. Jiru habo kekpona ngudu ple ahanono ple klefa shisha la Ghana boplombe. Ashima jiru do agbao tete cho afla ko boda ko Ghana do come ji enyo ale gbegbe la be. Enabe alo anabe agbao manu beta do come chom ano Ghana vam la shipopon ji ke anabe yo mo ke hafifia he kpofo wo ndudu mo kwa chike mo le Ghana yo ma ten akposhi ni ofe mu ha o ta afo botane jiru he globe jiru fe do ke na joga ho nya oji no de gbe ya bo do kata globo to le Ghana yo ke nya yin gbaji bo de ke wo ko na gba to na ko ro shi agbaro ji wo ran choncho gbeta du ko mo ya ko Ghana na gba nya le Ghana na mo nya le Ghana ha mo nya le Ghana vi nya won ko du Ghana ko nrudu alaboro ko wa chona na no pẹ̀lú yen wo demi ple payo ple to ko wa no na sia o me o fa si pon na lekele fe gbegbe ke yo mo ko wo ngwa van o yo jaja me wa pon na si na yo ko mu de ya ta babak ke yen ndudu ple awo do no na yeji alabe na do si amasha meji alabe o nga no gba o chom to me po boro jo eyi cha chon chin kaka Dokumia Oga Kolebo interdicts 2 nurses over alleged refusal of emergency care in fatal hit and run case. Just a quick one. Management of the Kolebo Teaching Hospital has interdicted 2 doctors and 2 nurses in connection with the alleged refusal to provide emergency treatment to a road accident victim who later died of his injuries after being turned away from 3 hospitals while in an ambulance. The decision was contained in a statement issued by the hospital on Monday, February 23, 2026, after public outrage over reports that the victim was turned away despite being in critical condition. The hospital indicated that the staff members have been temporarily relieved of their duties pending investigation. And there's a press release over here. I hope I can read that. Press release, interdiction of staff for immediate release, Kolebo Teaching Hospital. The management of Kolebo Teaching Hospital wishes to announce to the medical doctors and 2 nurses that medical doctors and 2 nurses have been interdicted following their alleged failure to provide emergency medical care to a hit and run victim. In line with established administration procedures, a committee has been constituted to conduct a thorough investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident and the unfortunate death of the victim. Pending the outcome of the committee's work, the board and management call on all persons connected to the matter to cooperate fully with the committee to ensure a fair and transparent inquiry. The Kolebo Teaching Hospital remains committed to transparency accountability, and the delivery of quality healthcare services. Further information will be communicated upon completion of the investigation issued by management Kolebu Teaching Hospital, signed on Monday, 23rd February 2026. Kolebu Ota conjugal again, but a waterlo the Kajiare Hashilabo, Ocho the Kajia Code Dono Kobu, Afoku of whom people, quite conjuganto, or Babu Metago, Quaver, Babu Metago. I told you call a book and your foot, conji. Ayo Varo, Doki Tam of a play, Dono Jicolom of Baba, you matago. Ameava, like Balabodon, Versam, like Balabodon, at the farm for Kaka Kojo Toro. They are that Domagan, you call a Kolebu Teaching Hospital, but no, but Purima, most of her. They are that. Will a doctor of a blood Bovito, nest home of a cotton Bovito to Pavashima. Upashik Bamanala, but toy over Hippocratic oath. Onyera Jogbo, the number you are but topak, but legade tegba, a fiak blonya buara loganya. Nyama Jola Kolebu Teaching Hospital, who form a Shilamabo, who choma dono cop dono, over I'm a cop Macovino, Ubomona catching you Amarco, Ula Kolebu. Doctor Akbenami, Abemi Hetone Miontomianovio, Nigaranyama, Yakume, Almiakutanania, a Venga TV when Dionania, Tony Mabuemia, Tomaco de Mochuchu, Pierama Trova, Yayide, or no Pabubu, Niakashi TV and Chikungo Magona.
Fua me gonla, ne poma bada bate manya. Fua me na, ne poma bada bate. Fua me gon, ne poma bada bate manya. Fua me na, ne poma bada bate. Punya mentoli hafi melak befuk bermula nama pola moji na bermadi cava obo umalona namo de utakwenya ba mavaho gade le yegosi utakwenya ba mavaho nundudu le obola Fua me wo ne poma bada batoe ma va o susuba ma jise mi jade no kukumula na mauleko ya kama dunu ma tu khofela ma mano amasi do banya we sao Fua me wo ne poma bada batoe Fua me gonla, ne poma bada bate manya. Fua me na, ne poma bada batoe. Punya mentoli hafi, melak befuk bermula. Nama pola moji, na bermadi cava wobo. Umalona namo krola utakwenya ba mavaho gade le yeosi utakwenya ba mavaho nundudu le obola Fua me na ne poma bada batoe mavaho susuba ma jimze mi jade no kukumula na moliko ya kama dunu ma tu khofa ma mano amasi dopo nyawe sao fuwa me wonla ne poma bada batoe ma va o susuba ma dise mi jade no kukumuse na mauliko ya kama du no ma tu khofa ma no amasi dopo nyawe sao fuwa me wonla ne poma bada batoe fuwa me nala ne poma bada batoe manya fuwa me na ne poma bada batoe fuwa me won ne poma bada batoe manya sewa fuwa me na ne poma bada batoe fuwa me won la ne poma bada batoe manya la fuwa me ne poma bada batoe fuwa me na la ne poma bada batoe manya abla fuwa me ne poma bada batoe
Nunya bagama mainaude Ababavi komia fa Nunya bagama mainaude Ababavi ye komia falo Mamanye blenam Kembo ebejo le bonye Ebe vevesese be kameli Vodije popo dans l'îlot Ebe na tumedidia ba me koelai Na home hojwa ama koelam loelo A vivant muona meye Betina po jena zomeo Agbe nika Someye nyalelo Nunya bagama mayinaude Agbe bavi ye komia falo Nunya bagama mayinaude Agbabavi komia fa Mamanye blenam Kembo ebejo le bonye Ebe vevesese bagamali Vodija popo dans l'îlot Ebe na tumetitia ba me koelai Ne home hojwa ame koelam loelo A vivant muona meye Betina ko jena zomeo Agbe nika Someye nyalelo Benika Sameye Nyamelo Benika Sameye Nyamelo.
Yo, nyapa informa dakunami. Be mi kotoga vure apa yang baca pe ya bala on ci ngongo ke kam suba nya ga nyoma jojo me ke nanata nami dongo cho donation na rona na dai kai chicho le nyapa whole regional library. Honorable Kutu di Kenya whole central donation to here ke Potosu makes history as first MP to donate legislative materials to Volta Regional Library. Potosu makes history as first MP to donate legislative materials to Volta Regional Library. In a groundbreaking move, Honorable Adam Potosu, Member of Parliament for Whole Central Constituency, has donated legislative materials to the Volta Regional Library, marking a significant step in bridging the gap between lawmakers and the public. The event themed Bridging the Gap Between the Lawmakers and Users of the Laws aimed to promote access to legal knowledge and encourage citizen participation. Today we assemble for something profoundly significant. We are here to bridge the divide. The reports I'm presenting are beyond mere written pages. We are bringing the house directly to you here on these shelves, so anyone can follow the parts of our nation's legislation. Potosu continues by saying, knowledge must not be confined. Let these books be a written invitation to be. May these pages kindle discussions. May they remind us that governance is not for a few. The bridge is built. Walk across it. These are the words of Honorable Richmond Adam Kofi Potosu, Member of Parliament for the Bo Central constituency, in a groundbreaking donation that happened on February 23rd, 2026. And according to the Volta and OT Regional Secretary of the Ghana Bar Association, Andrews Doji Adudu, the donation is a first of its kind by an MP in Ghana. And he said, we the Ghana Bar Association are very excited about this gesture. This is the first time an MP in Ghana will donate law books to a library, he stated. The event highlighted the importance of access to legal information and the need for citizens to engage lawmakers. And Adugu added it's important to keep the populace updated on new developments. The Ghana Bar Association has urged to work with the MP to ensure that the views of the public are taken into account in the lawmaking process. And the MP's initiative has been lauded by the Municipal Chief Executive Stephen Adom, who praised Potosu for his efforts in developing the municipality. We are working and will continue to work to develop our municipality, the MCE said. The regional director of the Volta Regional Library Authority, Bright Foray, expressed appreciation for the donation and urged the library to be assisted in converting the materials into other readable formats such as Braille, in line with the Marrakesh Treaty. The call on the government and all relevant authorities to take note of the Volta Regional Library's plea for assistance in completing the library complex building, a facility that has been long overdue. The completion of this project will provide a conducive environment for citizens to access a wealth of knowledge and information that the association has made possible. All right, so let's take a look at what the Honorable Member of Parliament said during the donation before we proceed.
I would also use this opportunity to call on government to come to our aid and also make sure that this place is completed for our use and well furnished so that our children can feel comfortable anytime they can. At least the frontage here should be paved. The entrance is not beautiful. Now let me read what has been written for me. W, there is no mama here, head mistress and director's representatives. The director of Ghana Library Board. Invited guests. Today we assemble not among the glamour of politics, but for something much quieter, yet profoundly significant. We are here to break a silence, to mend a divide that has persisted too long between the corridors of authority and the heartbeat of our society. Today, the records I'm presenting are far more than mere collections of pages. They embody the living essence of our democracy. Inside these books are the discussions, compromises, the laws, both successful and imperfect, that define our country. For an extended period, the voices of Parliament resonated in Accra, but they dissipated before reaching the marketplaces, homes and schools of hope. That ends today. We are bridging the house directly to you, not through summaries or paraphrased accounts, but in its authentic, unfiltered essence. Here, on these shelves, any inquisitive individual, whether student, vendor, educator, or elder, can follow the path of our nation's decisions. Knowledge must never be confined. It should be circulated freely, like water nourishing the parched earth. This gift is not an act of charity. It represents accountability. It is my commitment that the work carried out in your name remains transparent and easily accessible. Let these books serve as an open invitation. Read, inquire, and challenge. Democracy flourishes not when voices are muted, but when they are empowered by truth. Thank you. May these pages kindle discussions, inspire aspirations, and remind us that governance is not the privilege of a few, but belongs to every citizen eager to participate. The bridge is built. Walk across it. Thank you for listening to me. I would also use this opportunity to call on government to come to our aid and also make sure that this place is completed for our use and well furnished so that our children can feel comfortable anytime they can. At least the frontage here should be paved. The entrance is not beautiful. Now let me read what has been written for me. W, there is no mama here, head mistress and director's representatives. The director of Ghana Library Board, invited guests. Today we assemble not among the glamour of politics, but for something much quieter, yet profoundly significant. We are here to break a silence, to mend a divide that has persisted too long between the corridors of authority and the heartbeat of our society. Today, the records I'm presenting are far more than mere collections of pages. They embody the living essence of our democracy. Inside these books are the discussions, compromises, the laws, both successful and imperfect, that define our country. For an extended period, the voices of Parliament resonated in Accra, but they dissipated before reaching the marketplaces, homes and schools of hope. That ends today. We are bridging the house directly to you, not through summaries or paraphrased accounts, but in its authentic, unfiltered essence. Here, on these shelves, any inquisitive individual, whether student, vendor, educator, or elder, can follow the path of our nation's decisions. Knowledge must never be confined. It should be said.
Yo, miapa nbola. Honorable Adam Richmond Kofi Botosu Kenya ho chichana mechia ntonwe for sotakwa hameila for poma mise atwaka ba ya eva ne so gbalaro alo seruru ye yaro yo ke sotakwa ha gawo eyika yava zu miapa sotakwa hameila efia ba anume afio wo sama atwogba moro vana miapa ho sukuvio pe bana khlefe Kenya ho original library que agloba kwakla ble sagoma sesen hiala wala ba shayo so trongoro ro akamia maro sahuku jiko migale achwam pono tata dare yam atwe nyen Russian chu aba ache karo yoka nyakama no samu ble nyonwo he acho dare ya bolo mokata onye manu samu le dukwa kaka maro monya basali na mokata nya bore nwaro ta ye kwede shibwe ehia ba sayo komo yo la yo to salve bere mangwa yo to sa alaba me ko mo npomo ameko mete ye vu gbe fifi khango ameko ko susu ma chile bana gang klaja adaga na gang o khakhlo mo kata wo bo sa gome ta yo gome de ne sukuvio yo we ono bobo alaba nto kata mako nyanya me ke nya sejuolo anya senyalo blecho e ke bana ye ma ka la so takba ha mo ha sukuvio yo ke cho nyapa como de petita ma suku kata yo ke baba ponte ba on nya sanya la gang so ta takbe hamayela ke andrusa dongo ikenya nyapa amugang tome ble uting tome for Canada Association ikenya lawyer gang for habobo for banajikla pumbe ni apoto suwo yo masi o jole fiara ke po ate for marka mali boro marka mali ntwara ke mabe mare so takbe hama ba chu so gbanu se dodo ye yo kata yo ba kokore library ko ta kombotane potosu alawebe nyama nyanya jomanto kala nyabo ke honorable Christo Pluche enye nyama ko manto kala bonye daga nyama pira ko afi magada nyama ko vile honorable Christo Pluche enye regional campaign manager ne Kennedy Japan ikaji wodule MPP top hoika wo lime e ganye MPP top ya bonugla ka gbagba jembe ya nyo organizer alo ama unfofu udomato Kenya regional organizer ikapia le mtoma kata no among form na patia. Honorable Christo Kuchewezo.
Yo, Mazoran. Minha role, minha guitarra. Ya no me cambió de mañana. Yo, yo, mas zaman pouco é amador de toque na comecei a me minha pole, vem ba TV no dia, mas do que na o então pro producer, não vinha o play, tinha o enfim, enye dijo, blibo be egben, minha original library. Keke lide ya ole edowo ebe sukubio atanzo agadefemi akhlen public atanyi akhlen enye nu unyebe nedo jijo na mi ameketa wekela mukani to minya library ma started under His Excellency John Ajikunfo. Have a vision que eu have na minha vida amukane to feito no reflém le ngogbe suku ngogbe nya ketom webe udebe ya to library unfortunately eba to afidela eto bati akuji kaka vena na do dan ko kufuatu teba ba yiji ameke le tefe no vivie ya te blobe edomo wunu le fimi adel. Okay, the portion or the size that has been completed, I'm sure where it can be in good use. Now, Suku viewer, the gesture by the MP, Honorable Potosuni, and then the Fia Otebe, Honorable Potosunto, Fiki who Jacometri, Fiki who Rado, Afevazu, MP, Egben, Ekpo and Tope Affordu, Duper Fozozo, Mozozo, Vado de Vivie. Tanu ma de jipo neve egbe ne suku vio le suku wo che wa halenu wa nyan asena no game fe vi to ni o le ji le se wo ta pepe me le Ghana se de we hele egbe onya de to ngo be menye be America acho le Russia ko aba wa ngo do le mi abe du ko keme kwa ka gugo jo free sibe menye ya ne be mi on to mi nya sie la mi anya le ge mi akono miabe dukome nyanyale ke mi akono miabe habobo me nyanyale ke mi akono miabe guloglo eya dide enye nu ke entry wa ke mabu brande fi aglobe ewe apene ayiko ne dono ne nchedi ne mechoi mababu bro library akhalen menye suku vio dide o amesia me the general public ayi fimi abakhlen mena le lebe aseme emele mesel ayi library mi de library to aka library no mi asile school mi de library mari dichebe desensitization allo look ke no incha ke mi ave me yi ma bakhlen le library mi de library ba bolo na agbanlewe ava pe ma bakhlen agabugbo yi wa na mi timeline eklebo agabugbo yi ava submit aga ngoko aga chame ne de gaju aga koe ava ya pe me no vite webe ni abe enu so strong no very easy anami webe mi abe no fiela ole ma imejela okwebe de mi ade biola mi on to mi ko do mi ado ko jele research le no kala le ngoko ya pele ta educational system culture at the time. But the public interest in reading was very high. I can't do a fidel me about to come la. No more what did you put up? The MP the guest check who is also bringing back that sensitization. That elemagble seselame kemibe natancho ayire library ava haleno. I can't get the film about our research. Akpena honorable MP Potosu ulala amegidi woche do kwa surrender library lolo MP didi mata wa Na mereche la fede fugo agbamedo. It is an appeal to the community, the society where me work play NGOs already. Yo chenova oko agbana ove. Mi akhlen mi le ready be mi ade no kan so. School yo le ready. Look at time when I go very. You see, that cultivation of reading, feel knowing chine, make a value. That if you never do benobe and enemy called Manovella Baba Omagabi, yeah, Achlen, they would also come forward and bring their books. Look here on our photos we want. Week came a kakana woman and child femina. I'm a very parliamentary hands at Naporabedi. Ukawele ji lefimi leke o na dole parliament so play talk already. I may have. So we are acquiring some level of knowledge about the legislature. Eya didila enenu ke he maka ija globe adapena honorable to that kind gesture. I'm a sermon never on board. Let me go me a very regional library, 1 year library.
Akbe yo nukpọrọ honorable Christo Cloche ike da nyang ne NPP le ho chichina mechang to mo gbe ma miese yo le ma chichima ma trogro honorable Raphael wala sibdo benchi ike nye NDC to fo nyang de la odomator kala ho chichina mechang to mafia ike ganye to fo member assembly member ha nye nyama popo to here ka no bonye shai mi ona wonya ha ale bonye ta honorable matrolo mo wezo
yo Tony mado agbemvina wonto le wo team of producers
akbe
mado agbemvina efoni Christo Cloche kecho west not woman is over
echo west
not woman mado agbemvina Evenigba TV enukpola on the various media platforms, social media maybe for Ŋdi Enyaya to be over. Bemia avano ani ajurunwa enye nuike doji jonani abe America. Elabe enye dunenyo edufen goyi pre gesture. Mado agbemzina honorable Eden Kofi Potosu Amerikanye amefafa eye wono epepedo anokpo boko gake awe wa ade nono meike wo defia choa enu banto ike medejesi nyebe edefia mi ameyoko represent the parliament be nyatepe yenye mi ape amedodo eike eyide sewo takpekpe me no bobo ike mega dejesi nyebe ejabagba be edo ike mi konda sine mandate ike mi ne ahe na wate de mi anwo populi be mi ase ope wona ogomele parliament oga nye nane ike wobe wa aga fa agbane ekele de mi apesuku vio ple du vio petime la be efoni egbole dongo be le mi apevito le mi apesuku de rio me le prebla ton yo ke va yi me be ne ko mi apesuku timetable kwa library period elegy ike mi akanenu edewa mi akanle na mi adokyo edewa akhle wadi be amema mlepete wase edewo ameike he dutuna no ekle ano kle no vio wa no de yumi no wone ne ma ke ebu mi apeta me bubu critical thinking mi ape etododo eleike asen ado babia nwa na mo mi be mi ton he adodo le no wona ma o me kakeva do yi de kwa mi de jesi be nu yawo oje bubu vivi ta honorable Potosu fe wona ike wo watchwa ega bubo bele ma fe wona mawo kako eva mi adome be mia jababa ame yiwo ke le suku kple ame yiwo ke me le suku hã wa agagbugbo agede blema ƒe nɔnɔme ma me be mia pete miate ŋu agakɔ enu xexlẽ akɔ do abe miaƒe agbenɔnɔ ƒe akpa ɖe be wòakeke miaƒe nunya ɖe dzi kple miaƒe gɔmesese. Ekpɔa nanewo yiwo ke mi nɔ wɔwɔ le mia domewo koa mi menya be enye dada le se dzi o. Tafatse mi le fi ko ya efonye Kristo alo ewo lo alo ame bubu ɖe le wɔna ɖe wɔ ko ya me li ɖe emɔ dzi phone lo ko ame ƒe manyamanya me ko kaka ame be akpɔkɔ la ege ɖe ayame social media alo teƒe bubu emawo pete wonye dada le se dzi gake mi menya o. Ta enye mɔnukpɔkpɔ na mi be ese yiwo ke wole wɔwɔ le miaƒe sewɔtakpekpe me kple yiwo ke nɔ anyi wole asi trɔ le ŋua to nɔnɔme yawo tɔgbi mea miate ŋu anɔ exlẽ anɔ egɔme se. Nu yi ke gado dzidzɔ na mi nye be nyalẽɖie ede dzesi be wole agbagba dze be woatrɔ ese yawo ɖe egbe vovovowo me be ame yiwo ke mate ŋu axlẽ English gbe aɖu tu ne nyuie ɖewo hã egbe yi ke woate ŋu axlẽ ase gɔmea ese yawo woage ɖe egbe mawo me be amewo woate ŋu axlẽ me woate ŋu axlẽ eye woase gɔme. Apeli ke magawɔ akɔkoe nye be ame ɖewo hã le kpɔɖewo me miade gbe yi ke hedomi lea womate ŋu axlẽ gake nenye be miate ŋu ado alɔ dziɖuɖu ƒe dɔwɔƒe NCC SHRAJ kple etɔwo be woage ɖe miaƒe nutowo me fifia menya be le edu ɖe sia ɖe mea ne amewo mate ŋu aƒoƒo kɔa we have miaƒe community information centers wo miakpɔ ɖa be mɔkawo nu miato ale be enu yiwo ke enye ese dzi mi da le gbe sia gbe gake mi menya o woate kpɔ age ɖe mia dome be woaɖe nu yawo tɔgbi me na mi be mia pete mianya be ne mewɔ eya la meda le se dzi ne mewɔ ekama la meda le se dzi be agbenɔnɔ ne wòa anyo eye wòavivi hã mawɔ apel ma be menye MP ko government ame sia ame yi ke ate ŋu adɔ le assembly member stakeholders wo pete miakpɔ gbɔ be afɔɖeɖe yi ke MP ɖe etsɔa mia emulate ale be mia akɔ nyanyuie yawo tɔgbiwo akɔ ge ɖe miaƒe tokɔwo me be ne mi se nu yiwo ke nye ese kple ƒe ɖoɖowo gɔmea mi ma ava nɔ godo kple se eyi ke ese anɔ kɔtɔ mo na mi ava nɔ tohe na mi miava yi veve se gbɔ. Enyo be ɔnɔbo potoso eɖe afɔ ya eye wònye gbãtɔ kekeake yi ke mi se le miaƒe enutowo me be esewɔtakpekpe me nɔla adze agbagba be yakɔ ese yiwo ke wole wɔwɔ le sewɔtakpekpe me akɔ vɛ be eƒe nutometɔwo ne woaxlẽ ase me ne woanya nu yiwo ke le dzi be wòahe dukpɔkplɔ ava na ame yi ke le anyigba belibelibelia meƒo abɔta nɛ eyae le dɔ dzi ne yi dzi ne wòawɔ dɔ nyui gake megagblɔe do ŋgɔ be fifia etro challenge na mi ame yiwo ke se nya ya miadze agbagba age ɖe library la be mia ate kpɔ miaƒe asi aka agbalẽ yawo be ne mi xlẽ hese mea miate ŋu akpe ɖe ame bubuwo hã be woate ŋu aga ase me wo eye ele yi ke efonye wɔ apel be ame sia ame yi ke nutete ɖe le ŋu be aga stock miaƒe library be wòanye teƒe yi ke anye teƒe vavã be nu sia nu yi ke edzi abe agbalẽ be yaxlẽ ne ase nane gɔme ko ate ŋu ayi ava akɔ agbalẽ ko axlẽa ne woakpe ɖe mia ŋu be miaƒe original library eyi ke le hoa ne woakpɔ ŋusẽ be taɖodzinu yi ke ta woɖo teƒe ma ɖa wòanye eviɖe na mia pete tɔni.
Yo akpe mkpɔla honorable Raphael Olasidogbe yi ke nye klepetɔ ƒe assembly member ka da nyam ne NDC le hotsitsina me tia ŋutɔ me ƒe gbe ma mi se yo mi da le suku kple nusrɔ̃ nyayawo dzi. Police step in amid student violence. Nyatakaka ɖe ɖo mia gbɔ li ke le whowede.com fifi la yi ke enye pressa ɖe yi ke Ghana Police Service alo dziɖuɖudɔƒe yi ke kpɔna kpovitɔwo ƒe nyaoji o kunyare dare dwabo be dwanase kideko mampoke chomyanchi ke mi kperoge nya gbamilenchi ble video de yikenye anyira iko wole sukuviare kenye nchi ta afi na kpo video ajo na dondo afi na kpo so viewer discretion is advised on this. Police step in amid student violence. The Ghana Police Service has intervened in a violent incident involving students from Swedru School of Business and Obrachre Senior High Technical School. The Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department, COP Lydia Yako Donko, met with the management of the two schools to address the matter. According to COP Donko, the meeting was convened in response to concerns arising from the incident, which has attracted public attention. She emphasized the need for calm and cooperation as the police work to address the matter comprehensively. During the engagement, management of Swedru School of Business was given 24 hours to produce students involved in the incident to assist the investigation. COP Donko stressed that compliance with the directive will facilitate the swift and thorough handling of the case. The victim of the incident is currently responding to treatment, and investigations have formally commenced to establish the full circumstances surrounding the incident and to identify all persons connected to it. COP Donko underscored the seriousness of the violence and its potential consequences for students involved. In the Ghana Police Service is committed to ensuring accountability, maintaining law and order, and promoting safety within educational institutions, COP Donko reaffirmed. The Ghana Police Service urges parents and guardians to cooperate with the investigation and cautions students against engaging in violent activities. Mpola umano semware yiji le suku ha chocho varo dome kenye Swedru School of Business ble Obrachre Senior High Technical School dome. Bila kwa ono kama the whole liare wo ikasuku wa wana grabe inter schools ke le whole liama o nyina vondi la suku vileka yike le Swedru School of Business me ko we sebe ameka wanyina echo Obrachre Senior High Technical School dome. Nemi yapati vioji kwa ma bidondo nyakpo anyina vondi ere masuku vio wole o ha chinchi ke ameka ye to maga ke kona povito mano mo kwa mkunya oji bibia ya ko donko ekple suku tato la pakle vakata suku eve o ko konko me be wo gere nyamala be yo wo nya to mo fana ba eji gobe na on ke kere ka to suku ka yo ko sebe anya suku ka ma mbagbe wala acho be no da shi suku fi yi alo suku vi yo ke gepe otome na jiko wanyira wo funya suku vi aba po suku vi are malangba apo be yo wi odokra wakaka le mefim na wa gado mefim ne yo wu tewie ma jeje nke amagbanto to afopoji ocho amare jimne ke amare aba no peperenchi ame aka formula amabuwa no peperenchi bere omoga piura ka ameke peperenchi moga pi ha o yamde kanani makpom la be ma o da hin ha me ma o fo me sha na ran kurenchi ta ma jeje mi apa tv aji ta ire ko nyama enye ma no semare ke jim alwewe ke Honorable Dr. Kofi Robert Do ikenye agbono blog no mato de kala NDC pe dunya ramale poti sina chama ikaganye dokita lo don ji pe hanglong afung chomi anchi akayi me national gba na yato acho mi agara mama ta pire ko makom ne ti anye suku vie ke senior high school kale free senior high school vioma anyira omlo ono vionchi na ma enyama enye nyagbanto ike machibe mia acho ke okay matrole honorable Christo Kluchenchi be wakpere mianchi albe mia jonya meta mikbo anyira wɔna de ike yichi Ghana Police Service tomagapum be yola yo fokpo tugani yo for ligere anyal bo wakpere sube violence ikenya gbagno o ke jim le school na ja chote na ron kujia koshira benya ba ya o gala ne sukuvia de gang rape sukuvio bore nyon vinci olifanye odogbo ihe ali mmenya ne mekpota na nyama haro afi sukuvia ro fu bo chichare la ba chicha ono dudu pofin yo jagbagba ba ya tote o na dudu pofifi ta be chicha to bo mo ka fi dudu pota o fo abe sukuvio men ne nya ton o bore chicha nji finye fine ke mi ba se bo de nyama la profito wa shiba ka du pokola wa pom na nat about let the law take its course. Let criminals or criminal suspects face the full rigors of the law. That neogen violence jim ke ngalaga de Kenya Dr. Robert Do no banagba banabaro mi agba chomi gagrama. Christo.
Yeah, Tony. Ni otobia awon blani. Be skuvio ko wate bede o hatin menema ekpe pleto abuko jichinya de kemelo osio be enu iwola enu nwie onyalu npe bene ya onyo. In fact edefu nyema ko dare skuvio didejo. I'll start from the society kakaba geremia parliament me afia gere sukuvio ji enu gede le ji le nya pe duko ke me ke de view no ko le tv ji ke le be duko me ko te meta le nyare ke bro na me ke mi to mi ono mi ape se wota pepe me pole ko nchuo ade koro no nku ano dada le se wota pepe me the view la pe me the tv pole no mo ko at the end of the day nu ka wo ga se be amechichi mo wo no made nu ka wo na we mi atana no parliament proceedings o poko amro wa kakakplo akaka mic plate on we at the end of the day nu ka do to me punishment ka do to me ke devio wa kakpo be enu ma ga me wo in chole parliament nu ke do to me ke tamani nu nye ma so ayaba wo ho Nebe metan le nu yo wo. That the video to school o le TV po. Ebo mo po TV fa na no sro no. Yo le nu mo po. Yo cho yin. O le try le o no vi o. Le nu mai. Le mi ajidel. We have to discipline ourselves in our society, in this country. Pele susube ekucheche ma kenya discipline de cha ayide ni avio me le ma yi me hinyo mi no school we nye meka me ni me no churches mi avenu fiala de kan kwanye chief mi afa fiai chief me mi le no wa pete kaka na sa me de me do scratch up ya me sa me le dokwe jo le flimo kaka wa yi fu ni fe e chief blibo aba doing asube na me ke me jo le yi mamo. That is the kind of discipline we will not have school. Many day, kene yire school boji ku akpo divisi weziwe. Me amoro mi to go 4, 5, 6 from tower ke ho nya mechichi we ke bubran me pomo. So there was some kind of level of discipline. The Miapas educational system me. Then another free. Many free SHS that no kit all again. Many free SHS that hooligans over the school. But at the end of the day, we have refused as a country to put down punitive measures to discipline our own children. That's the main reason why we are where we are today. Headmaster no teacher lecturer tire school view for women never happen about July me pro de vie yere fa teacher egbe paper mi ado ni kareka agbe eneni tane de vie over zulu de ko hele the 87 of these things are coming from we the parents ela be nile nufiala pasi blare me beta nufiala chen never ya pe mela wa research me ma fia nu na ma joko e ma fia nu e dere su ko me teacher be keep quiet the future teacher keep quiet e ya ni level ke mi do fula yen nu ki to ko me ko me ata yi de social media ko su ku vi ko o le ya be e ko be yo network ayi de social media ko nu ka pe ku me wa school vi o me lo
to kenya ka o pa bubu
o le pe bubu da ya me ko jila le ke po me video ga te amebe video ke a chaka camera po be yi che yi vie ke ale vidara suku vi ko wa to do o ajuju pola fra ojo free e la ba me chichi do le o me le te me na o ame chichi do le dupola ju america le de me na o ta me ba o le freedom of speech la me chichi o bola then is the same with the children no mo blebe e ku fo pare de vie o me e do o lo view koko le practice wa look at what we saw. No, the video about that. No, the teacher, every fly. Vino do let go as if from film teacher. If you never vino never play, never fear. School via here one. You see, Kafra, and your mark blay, na jidudu. The Ghana Education Service. Hold on, pet for Nami Berry. And no poor like the Babber. And let's say, Pavanifiareke. Discipline se pouvi au pot. Kado de chef bi tronya be no me ebe enye me do go do me do go nye ben fiana say ke me do go me blast me be ma do go instead of good morning me be good afternoon me toto me do me now kaka the level of fear he no crowd ga boyo ba me what did you say? I don't say good morning. But that's right. I feel my joke. Ta fifly school via pon fiera ba jelan. Mavo. Ya le ke to kuma waro no bio. Look at them young boys. The ages of 15, 16 years they like wa fifi. Kaka no ho 18, kaka 20 day. $1 from the dollar will let it with an hour job. There are measures that will be put in place to put the system and a well-disciplined energy when you have to cook. Because look at Normally, Novini and Tony. Many know America that they do. A chop, a divima, or a cody. Ko meka fond me buba gba ya de vitukutuki model le mi ape de vime wa dista pe ke me kokola mi kokuran ho eni je blen to mi afasime. Then what kind of children are we producing for the society? Those days don't you know the children are for the community. Egbelega iko the video camera is for the community. The society, the video camera belongs to the society. Ulodu kucho amesema fuba yi vietolina for secondary school Kenya get on those days in the middle of the feast where bola or doctorated there is some level of respect. Teacher only ma to kuma vai play down to feast blele a reve a go dress we fine ape akopete person de see me no school with a fee me got you me Matthew va school de Gameji e boda hugo because ele fofon be ni chi me gbe kikiri ma de na yo me be enu le totoro and we got the issues of Gen Z's and those Z's ke tanu le totoro is that how it's supposed to be feeling like the kito strong tree. We can't behave like the whites. Many young take Malay boy. Matam na baby. and they are no new but they are still ahead of us. Tanele kihimi awo abeduko. Ako discipline kimi aga votrova in secondary school women. Nimi we abeduko. So for me, I would appeal to the president, the Ghana Education Service, and all the bodies, the stakeholders. They should really look into punitive measures in our schools. No one got introduced actively introducing school video suspension. Never day. No school, no suspend the day. A vigia not. No suspend the school fika yere. Afema. Afema ya trobona. Aba do the tower treno gobedi. Nekemo. Nele meeting so. Ya we vado. Nuka ejo ha. Mele school fetch ta o ya o. Nuka ejo ha. Suspend quoi o ko leta pero na o ko leta pero okay we told le bime ko la teme pa so there is no way we can throw school wa vala wa okay na we be see ma bonaro e wo ni ma wo be school video no suspend o le school to mata yera pa mo o mata yera pa mo unless parents teachers they organize what I call as a follow-up call the viewer do afema wale ta ele also ape jila ba no be even be afema what I know jila ba no didi e la be la pemela discipline ke la pemela join ele bofo ane trova school e do kuido you see anu yimire and look at this e the viewer afema egbe do ko ba ave e vijiji do wale sesem amudu ngala vikole jiju abo abedi do this ya o mele fo you aka jivita fa no si be ko gale le ko ji vi chango si be ko gale vi ta police o gare nyame yes they should investigate this into details and these are juveniles at the end of the day if they are found culpable would be 2,1 man. If there are punishment they will give to them, they should give to them. So we strong leme. Let me ajidi. Society. Ghana to come Gerado. Messi bonembe da sile no geton. Let me not pop no vinyewe. Ado afide Nian ton de Jimmy everywhere. Yano Sicila me. Obe Daniel Boralo, e Vitobe Daniel ni. Yade Milokum de Hogame. Elabe Daniel Benonola is above control. La me kai we. Nyan toy can come down here, let boy out job. Ne teacher help women na Daniel school. We Vito Vino, e quelle rasi bene in never fear teacher ever couple teacher le school poli no ka le so fear so ko be Daniel he wo fu me na he no fatal Joseph tebe ya we no fu me na ina ito never but kind parents teacher association why you answer teachers are at war
do parents me fiam robazo Parents Association, allow me to teach okay,
Tane Fifi na ko o baba machelo Parents Association. If you are Teachers Association, chale. Tane ke teacher o pojiku. Ke parents who
ye ma jibe ya ko politics
everything that they will do to bring these boys to book should be done.
Akbe. Honorable Christo Kluche, high-ranking member of the whole Central Communications team for Nkwema Mise. You came the school. I'm still emphasizing that the road that for some who whatever is station, if you have whatever the others for who, if you have a choke, me and mommy toss is Zanji. After toss is Zanji. Afia everywhere give a cat course and azizaji togelo azizaji nye fike achafu kwa mu dogo le afia ba yakome sukuvi mi aka kama ye magbedi mi amo jilu sukwana mi fama he manya policies bomb le penya maulo o gbabaje ba mu na bobona mi afi mi onto mi aba gbom o se samarka comment sur la fiaza echo ekeva yikra kafla susume dollar bung bagla wonyina le game to mal bagla he aba so training period mi makun alwe mia adokpeji akobele ke susume dollar wo pa mu wona eso be expect o gagana nyam eso ple aleke sukuvio wonyina le mebuku mi ko susuma dollar ma ke gele no mo do me kaka mocho po aleke video a de so ge paple aleke sukuvio ba gbe no ta mo ba biambe sukuvio de aha amachiaro zamola bakiaro zamola de mo zamola na no yo mo la fi o na ma ta mikpo chokwe trending video ta ambo gagana meta ita ma like ni ka Dr. Robert Dr. Dom Robban ba ya as a health expert ye pobe risk factors are only gang culture violent culture abene mi music bomb tu dada I wanna na po video jio kata movie kata pagan talk of violence level you Nigeria movie ko ba ko mi aba TV oji ha violence level da awama epomo ame owo wufufu a epo story ma trend ma epo amma esusu medolem ke ko epo ta afo bobombe no po video a mo te so ke plini ke sukuvi no sino high school bade sukuvi come is over matter honorable chi the kanyebe Amos but she's doing a fantastic job. I really like how she's working always on top of issues. May God bless her. If you ever see the boss on phone chonchi Amos Akpano from me say bana credible, but God bless all of you for what you are doing. A great work everybody Akpano Roman Rutherford hello Rutherford at your the school. I know by now most of the students have regretted their actions. Yes, but they still have to face the law. Even if they are juvenile, they are still juvenile courts. And they so that's it. Gideon Bear, it is time the police and its sister security go round to the schools and warn them. This generation, most of them are criminals and also mad in clothes. The guy needs justice. All right, ma'am. Okay. Mama. Oh, I didn't get the name. This woman be serious. This woman be serious. Even he did the smile, but he lied bad. Well, I'm not sure. All right, Richie, after all these students will be fined just 2,000 and set free. A teacher was assaulted for preventing exam malpractice, but they were just fined 2,000 cedis. What do you expect, Ghana police? Okay. Message all right, Isaac Jobo, where drug test is necessary. Our children are now getting out of hand. This is not normal. Can you imagine this group of kids find their way into the Ghana Army, police, or on an unlikely event they get into a robbery gang? They will have no mercy. Tomorrow starts today. Let's wake up and do something about our future leaders now. Okay, Edwin Achavi Echebe, after all the bail conditions will set them free. This is not the first. We are not serious in this country. All right, Mary Goretti, but this will amount to nothing. Stop wasting time of school management. It started from teachers. Nothing happened. Now on students. The next one will be on parents. Then we move to the Minister of Education, Director General, and maybe the IJP and the CJ. From there, maybe serious action will be taken. But enyi a onro la me ko pidina molo ora o rafa matrole mu
yo Tony mafakple novi ke eto ta sesen wona mami mado babana akpelepe epomi ekple soko opete epo enu yi ke jodi fifia ena nko gbogbo suedru edu opete efia okple du mevi opete ena nko gbogbo soko the school community itself efika micho vado efi kemile regbe efunye Kristo jegome the breakdown in society chichi ogbola beta babala ape mochona egbe musa inde keme gale nyipile osibe efunye Kristo fe vi hele no no megbe de no de ya to wa do edo kakele blemade efunye Kristo no po finye ho wono bebele le bomede ado edo ahetone e de vima kwa me po musa abagbele la fe mo la benya be ni vagbele la fe me la to hebo mugale ta mi ho amesia mepevi kwa be enye miaka tanto kake egbe fike mile ya mi amedo mi kwesebe ke mile boblobe modernization nkuhoho bele the human rights activist ofe nuona dewa wawe polobi vado efi egbe nyimele boblobe nu ma o mehiana mi abe amebo Africa tolo alo Ghana to kake efonye ejegome be nana ike wole wowo legbeta du kodeme ele ike wole wo directly manu applicable le miabo ahia be miakwe mi alen kude wa pobe le miagbodi leke miato asilon be wa so mi matroba mi apa gbale so nya ogbo fifia doko baje abe successive government o ko musen le no fialao ameyoke o le be wanye jilao elabe that is the reformative stage he wa to asile mi ape vion be nenye be wo chia wa bazudu me vi wonu te pe wa bi ho musen lo se le suku de o me ha suku vi nyon fi ekpomo ajivi akọ vi e suku ọba nọ anyị na-edivi ihe abejila never wondo aba wondo ya kenu fiala mekpomo akọ evi ayi sokwo ta o abe mi va bla nu fiala o pa bole legbe ale gbegbe de ele ike o lebe wa he mi ape vi o egbe ya o ma ga te wa we ela be nek de afola epe agbebolo ike nye dowodu ike lesia age eya eke mi do egbe enu ya o heje jojo nemi me nyoka baola efudu ya mepe gome jeje ike mi gbo eya pe gan o powe ela be vovon de ke megale suku vi me do pe no fiala won enya veve de ike efo de techo doctor do fe enu ledi me ebe mi ape so he wole jijo pole atike von zanzan wale bebe ele ike atike von ma wo he bade mi ape nu to mewa enyi plo ma to wa bele ne ko mi ya opeti ko pe akobe largely adokomia conclude the society I break down eyo hia be fifila ike hemile no kwa mia ahwedeme be ezu mia katampe dodasi be eleke mia bubo awe visit blema akonu yo kenye no nywe na mede wo gbegbe ko mi ko de me be wo no gbegbe hia be wa hetoni mia je go mecho afeme alebe punitive measures yoke efonye gbalalo dodo yoke awebe ade vovon mia mebe na mede no agbe gbegbe vovon de ano mebe magede to hemea mi ale odani wanyenu menye mi agbeleko wanyenu yoke mi akode do wome other than that yai do he fi hemile nyake gbeleko ameso na medo mi abado stage ke amewa hodo kwa abo hoke kwa agede mi aji alebe wa wo no ike odi be wa wo mi onto elabe amedeke megale vovona ese megale vovona medeke ho medo nkujibe enye nto vinye e wo na ne ike mefobe enye no gbegbele ta elabe me ya enye zigban to we ta ike mi la pe menye enye pele ya dede la pe mota e me no se donner amebubu de globe de vio pete egbele nemi atoma ni apre susu me atoma no nenema be mi ko de mebe de via pete ogbele ta ma wona ne kecho wode fika yimile cho alo fika yimile Gen-Z nuka hegba ole egbere ave generation ne de gale ezi pe megbe fifi e mi buta me wa be zi amega vale mi ajile ela be le mi apes ku de pe yi ma e ma fonye bro toni ma wa revelation ki egbe nyonu fiala de ka bo heme no zigbanto heme de open washroom e de WC toilet no fiala e ke no fiala de o na ti me do la même non fofon bene mu kela me to he ko nene ma fofon no fiala unta mi me no bu kwa be onya megbeto wo bisbe onye amebu de helengona amegbeto elabe o ma na monu popo de ke obe na wonu jakana no ya to biwo kaka gbe ya obe mi ko reformative no ki o ko dadan ne de vie jagola ke wi wa ba no no bele ano kuku de ni le mia pa me yibonyi gbaji e fi ke mi dolo kake ne egbe David le gbonye ko wo no bebele e me ko ati e me ko gbi me ne de ka e chone ga wo similar no ke no ko ati e akobe e pe no no ma
call for break and
enya zi ka
this mic is off
Wɔna ne o heto na yi
yo mia pe no kola ma ko do chuchu piare de kuchile kabaro ta no trova mia zorango maga kashi mia pe TV yangu Tony Magbanya miaklon miebona
Nunya bagama mainaude Ababavi komia fa Nunya bagama mainaude Ababavi ye komia falo Mamanye blenam Kembo ebejo le bonye Eba vavasasa bakamali Voadijo popo dans l'îlot Eba na tumatidia bamakwelai Na homa hojwa amakwela mloelo A vivant muona meye Betina po jena zomeo Agbe nìkan sọmẹyẹ nyalelo. Nunya bagama mayinaude agbe bavi ye komia falo. Nunya bagama mayinaude Agbabavi komia fa Mamanye blenam Kembwe bejo le bonye Eba vavasasa bagamali Voadijo popo dans l'îlot Eba na dumatidia bamekwelai No homo hojwa amekwela mloelo avivo muona meye betina ko jena someo agbe nika sameye nyalelo
Yo, mi akono kuola akona mi kwa imba ti kwa ndiona ntoni makwa mi akona da akona mi abale kemi mi akono kisho unda so da nya ituma mi no kisho mcho kuyo kwanya ko no to wa hachinchi ka mi so somnango ka honorable Rafael asigo bueno kuma fi so kisho maba ba nya go wa so to ka ba wa nya so da mi go la wona ta ndusho no baba amaro da baba yo mtakama Manera ya hojo mata kabuku ko ka ko de wona mota ya manye radio le de na tabi ko na ta bana na no te no wa yo mare ko audio rami ko mo ko ga di ben to ko ka nya ke na ko ma na tuasi ma do bana nya no yo nya ko sam le ke Togo amara nya ko sam le ke amara nya ko sam le kojo via kopo message mokata wa bamba ina ko sa Togo me ta ne mi on den ngwangu ga rura mi avoka mi agwa avoka rura mi ba ma ka ga adi na ba ga ya ko ta mi ko ko an ko ko ya na se ta mi ta ko na mi abale ke mi se abona ni ona ko ma tolo mona na abuna ma china
Yo, ta Tony, ma agbalobe Ghana Education Service. For that matter, a government na wa agbogbo alem ko de dodo wo de mi ape agbale sonya wo la be aganje nu wo va hoto me na enu iketa mi le mi ape viodo de soko ta ne menye de wa vaje abe e wo mele de kemese o nu yo ke po mi la maga de jipo na jila de kebe ne wa do evie de soko la be ne o de vio yi soko e wo gbo a evaje kwa begede ovazo no lian e ovanye na bedin na society e ke ona minya be po victor pasigede nyame kwa egba mapo abota na be o me wa lomblodo le wona ya wu ne wa ade de via o ahode esegbo ne ese hebu forwa ahetona ovivie be wazo kpoda nkple nyade una amesoso yoke hegale megbe elabe nu yawo mi me no popo ya eva webe amesi ame vale musen po be nu ike je yonko ha na ya awo ta malink ikle submission ike me wodongo be ehia be mi adon sen mi ape do ofe NCC ple enovio be wa va agad fianomi fundamental human rights ple etogbio nu yoke nyemi ape jojo mepe dupe yoke newo adongo ple se what because ela be mekariji be de via onu ya opeti wole gede ko amenya be yole dadale se de keju ta nemi jenu ya wo akpede mian kokpede dodo yoke mi le babia be jidudu ne wocho abale sosoro no gbogbo lenku dem nemi konu ya opeti kokpe mi dumevio ha mi hwede mebe enye mi ape dodasi be mi akpasi aga nyi mi ape vio abele ike alo mi anyi mi adoko abele ike ono le blema nemi me wo ya wala ya togbi okpogbe mi le wa ga doga deju ga kama ko sebe ne afford de nyeto heva ne bonu edejensi be de via o dale seje yo heto na ovivie chuwe ya jibubu de sia de ike anovava to he ma togbi wa novava mi avado te pede ike mi agbogbo ayi de efi kemicho wa kpede mi on be mi atan anyi mi ape echome ame yoke abaho de mi atepe na mi mega tony
Lo akpe mendakuna honorable wala si ina dem mi ape ajedolo wo me Mr. Jakabaro agaba fia de papa would be grateful kudos to Ghana Police Service. Alaba Sanake whenever God bless you, Benga TV. Great content, great job. All right, we appreciate your comments and your validations. Your Major Honorable Nchi, Honorable Christoph Uchenchi, Magalio, message to our Bamsa, that Mima Mega Mohongo actually why ya nyata kaka like Darabaro Nyabogo, Utrum Kona Kutuka National Airport, Alawa Awazu, Accra International Airport, Kutuka International Airport, Awazu, Accra International Airport. I will join this report the Openia Dita ya Vidako government has renamed the Kotuka International Airport to Accra International Airport. According to a statement issued by the Ministry of Transport, the facility was previously known as Accra International Airport before the name was changed. And the ministry indicated that it is deemed appropriate to do a rename. So they have a press release here. Let me just this was a very brief one. Press release for immediate release, rename of Kotuka International Airport to Accra International Airport. Let's look at the reasons they are using. The ministry thereby informs the general public that the government of Ghana has renamed the Kotuka International Airport to Accra International Airport. Number two, the facility was originally known as Accra International Airport before its redesignation. The government has considered it appropriate to restore the airport to its former and internationally recognized name. So two things, former and internationally recognized name. This change will not affect airport operations, safety standards, or international travel arrangements, notably within the records of the International Civil Aviation Organization. The airport code has renamed ACC, not KIA. The implementation of the renaming will involve the systematic update of all official documentation, statutory instruments, where necessary, airport signage, digital platforms, aviation publications, and related communication materials. 5. The general public stakeholders and international partners are kindly requested to support the corporate move and relevant authority, blah, 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 blah. Yoda, Kotuka International Airport, Maganya Kotuka International Airport, Kia so ACC, Accra International Airport, Ela Bajiru, Dobe, charge Dinyaoji, Mozo Nyaoji, Ubagrumba, Naramoyo Accra International Airport, Manya Kotuka International Airport. I want to go the Kotuka Kotuka, my Magata Yaman, by Tamiga Accra International Airport, Nkoma Nyari here, Katamagu. My doctor who get a hazard. Don't announce you. Do my head balado, but a moon day or clan already on the you or throw in Honorable Christian.
Yeah, Tony. Nyatepe nebe esi besiak be mi be Kotoka International Airport, Kotoka International Airport. Kakene ire airport. Vale nume tobe azomwa. Document you khona. Umebe Kotoka International Airport. You in Accra International Airport. So every virgin traveler would say, why? Am I at the wrong place? I don't know. So many change of name, but back to its original name. Because Emile Yobe KIA, Kotoka International Airport, it did not change the documents or documentations that you go through. Hardly ever upon the over KIA LFB. The Siadela is Accra International Airport. Manyanya near Glenhead over Uncowenye Christo. Yeah, though a Christo la me passing me young bay out. If you have a coin Christo. Kakan deka will have a million couldn't let me have a gunner to cock a many bear. Uncoto throwing. lekemia dukɔmetɔ mi le xɔ deme ese menam da ɖi ne va ɖo gɛn fufu la ye be iye ɖe Flagstaff House ami sia me nya fi ke iye efɔ Flagstaff House kemi was the time of Nkrumah ya no nkɔ kemi za ta me sia me nya be iye Flagstaff House amerika chemele read be agbɔnɔ be o yo be Jubilee House mi tronko zu Jubilee House kake Flagstaff House ko nya Jubilee aha ever ta Flagstaff House ko nya na yo be baba yara sports stadium amene ne nya baba yara sports stadium amero li ne lo bia we baba yara sports stadium baba yara stadium amena baba be alo ya enye Accra sports stadium takpo Accra sports stadium enu ko totro le be mia du kometo we ti alo du la me sia me hele nkotro ko be are Ghanaians also adjusting to this changing of names? Again, just reversing this back to its original name. Ezemenam dadi. Kakeme chinawe efimile kutoka International Airport ko agano dijaba. Eya kwe ne taxi komi kutoka International Airport. Awa nuku na obere aga abia merebe yere Accra Airport abajira. Ana do ga to airport ye yere gya. So, ekemanye nyadekeyo, but nyabengo no large no podages when they are changing names of places. Does that resonate with Ghanaians? Yes, if it did. Do Ghanaians still believe in the new name or the original, the old name? Is it because the old name had lived with them for a long time that they still keep holding on to it? These are the questions we should be asking. Plus, usube echo. Ma ba he toto de ke va mregwe me yere fi amreje be me nya fimi e ne yonko kokko kola onya be efi enye efie. So nothing much has changed. Egben esu contract amreje aba tron ko fifie so epo Kotoka International Airport le fi garde aba trezo emi de dechela edo na mere do namede esemenanade amede now we may develop some software to be able to transfer archives and no obete so I didn't see anything eno ya mi me blow cha chele ala nimenya nuka nabe overquote KIA, but that does not reflect in the documentation. Nimenya nuka ta over just it because ne do tronco tutula kemifiabe all documentations that you do at the airport there should be Kotoka International Airport. Kakem e abomeba lesibo nkonye Kotoka International Airport. Kakeneva yi documentation is Accra International Airport. Menyanu kata ojosibo afifia
ya nyaselo klanpolo nyanya ha ni
lenkuremko
mbuga actually I can't independently verify that.
So that is how it is. Ezemenam that. So elebe wa enyo akenyi megwezebe to have any significant effect on whatever that has been going on long ago.
Yo Madam Premier Constitution afi matro the honorable Raphael Michiha the message the Kabaro Baba the show still message the Kab Baba use the money for renaming to pay cocoa farmers. Philip, you hypocrite, in the voices of Yeshua to Judas Iscariot, the poor will always be among them. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Philip. Komigaba will recover the Christmas tree psalms to support that cause. We'll recover the Christmas tree psalms to support that cause. Thomas, the excellent good. All the naming of roads and state universities must stop. Kumasi University of Science and Technology. Interchanges must be named and with name of the area. We are fed up of the naming of national properties with proceeds from taxpayers. Okay, Thomas Bellemia, okay, that's your view. See, my issue is I want to travel across the whole world. This thing is there. Burtala Airport, Moshuda Biola Expressway, JFK, Jeff Kennedy Airport, Plateau. So, are these things necessary? Kwame Gagaba, how much proceeds? Okay, I think you are responding to somebody. Just address me straight up. Munaka no matter and Yanchi don't know. You understand? Don't use my way for that. Just write to me straight up. Let me read, okay? Because this is so much them who more. All right. There was a certain president who entered into the presidential list by mistake. His motive was to create a class society, hence the nepotistic and bizarre renaming of public institutions by the names of his undeserving forebears. Yeah. Okay. Philip. Philip, I have a good one there. Nobody will ask again who is Kotoka. Patrick, how many times are we going to talk about this name change? We have bread and butter issues to think about. Reduction in cocoa prices should engage our energies and not renaming facilities. Let me do some little on this. Hey, comedian message, this is your last message I'm reading today. No one has stopped you from talking about cocoa, right? Some of us like this topic too. Please don't respond to another writer through write your view independently. In that way. Okay, coming but hooray, at long last the battle has ended. Marie Jatabe, you were voted to deal with the real problems of Ghana. But look at what you have started doing. Yo, Marie Jatabe, the Ghanaians didn't vote for you to go about changing names. All right. These are some of the messages. Message of them, so it also guide our conversation. But draw number.
Yo, Tony, finally, Miss Nko Kotoka International Airport, Koko ide original name, Ikenye Accra International Airport. Tony, Megbelele show ya jike abezi evebai de legema yumea Nko peto troko ide Accra International Airport. Ememe kona mu. Labe gome se senye be afi wacho amedepen kona enudea abe airport kemia pe international airport efi abe tadoji na nyebe wa debobo amema de epenu tepe wo data eyatale mayume a megbelebe dumevio do woyoyo ben ko ike heminya godo enye Kotoka International Airport de dumevio do woyoyo ben ko meganyu na yewa ne woyoyo maodi fifi enemi agbolonya de ko ami blobe it is based on data dumevi nenne pe yoyo agbososo nenne pe yoyo ike unnecessitate be wa atronko let alone wanye Amerikanye mi eve odo metodika ike prenko hele aloheno airport yam komia ochemi ko deji ko ne mi adokebe bedikane mi wonu tepe ida mi galagbe o mema galagbe o wako mi prenko akona nebe wako don komiaji megbelebe de susu ya oke medebolota enyi ememe kona me da sileji o kaka mega gbolobe unless otherwise no me de gava ike eme kona mu ike no asinye eke ma ne edo yi ma do ta fra chede nya yo ke me gbolo dongota efunye Kristo gava bu susunye de jesi dede ike owobe ne ebe azomo o applications na nyebe open documents ogbo to bo mi o mi ho de me mi yo be Kotoka International Airport kwa ipen kule de no o de fi abe Accra International Airport yenye enu ike GL documentation so me enye ntonye me kpo wo no kota na me be ma ho epe nya dema ke efi abe enya ya onye enya oko jidudu to epe minister jiwa deme na mi cho e ma yiwo ke mi no babia obia no yo ka wo gbolo na mi be nko ape gbogbo original ma de funa edo wo pele no bobo de kewa kene elesi be ke makemi matonwa gbolo chebe Kotoka International Airport fanyi no nocha ma gbele na neke le edo wo na nwa be le ike wo no epegede wo kake ike fifie otronko gbogbo ko ide epe original name ejo hoi babia de kai ke mi akata mi le babia nyebe mi agana to mi le hode megbe ava agbobo ana yobe Accra International Airport ke Kotoka ma mi apen ko hode mi o o ple efonye inte Kristo nto a mi do bode ungede o le nuto ike me mi le he o le mi ankose ya ne ebe ado kandu cho asigame va fi la ko agbola be ye poli alo poli down to boben ko to trova cho bedeke bi na polytechnicals technical university cha poli down ko igale mi afenu eyi ona pode on vovovo ona Jubilee House le Flagstaff House to bele bubu ozan ne dume vi o mi akwedeme ne mega akwedeme cha egbe fi ke mi do nyebe before ona mi nyabe o gatro nko eyide epe nko gban yi ke he no fonye gbelebe no wo sigbe kwa ezo do wodwi na medota mi kwedeme sigbe ne mega so na mi abele ike megbedo ngo me so na mchu go be ja ma cha fifia me wese be mi atro mi ape energy de ni yo ka mi ape gbese agbegbe no ike awe be mi allegido do fa for de emoji be ngbedodo ike mi dona Ghana to afi oda kona mi massively mi deliver on ngbedodo ma ta nyasalao no pedo ni mi kwede me sigbe ko be onya tronko kwa otre do ko mi le mokpo be nko ya peto tra nega ahe agbeyi cover edo na o me be wa heavy de vena mi Ghana to le amebobo yopete azan be ma ava abu be nko peto tro ya ba we be edo na o po ani jeje ele etepema Tony
magale bo tu yi madita du ko la ko ncho aglobe dana pe GDP alo mia do bishi si chalao asi chapia so club ko pe ega ni ko pona o i ko pona pe chapa ko do fiase o ke o nye do fiase o ke trona mia pe a nu do ke minye asi chochon do mi chona gba mo ke to mo o trona o na mu ke ni zana manufacturing company o guy who na Paulia 10% of GDP was coming from the manufacturing sector. I gave here in the manufacturing sector, American factory alo do fiasa gaga look utona ko ngugo la prodi to mo trono na mio nsasa kono na ikebea what output alo daige do na chuma na ile na chucho akpa ole ja akpa ya tonya ta yenye ko mokoko amuro ma ko pa nya drama 24 economy
Tony, amesia me ke he achieve nanania elebe one ambitious about doing koko enya ike edukopola la His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ebola enya magbolo be egbole de eblobe elabe ne lenku de Ghana nwa enu le mi agbozan ike ne mi tora si la onwa ake do wodui ple ega pomo no vena mi adumevio kake enu yawa do komiko na wodo dade egbeta at open raw state ala bena wo vatro asile ohun vopete ya ke ogbo finish product o venami de ho yoke eligible bobo le pone me a toothpick nelen ko de toothpick yoke mizan gedia o gale ko China nami
ya pabloga no wa chuchu ko China
document no ikeme magolo pampro o le mi agboza na iho west chiome enye chiome he efonye he no he genofia tete the late Christian
do para mo ba o chona ya patu mo mo ko ina wo de chona shi ti be na mi ko e wo mo ga ke toothpick ma pablo me mi ade o chuchu da pore mo de sore
okay no ikeme ba magolo ko nyebe ebe manufacturing da nu yo kemia to ne emele ne ma komia pe koko mi ape koko ye kemi kodo de beta abele hihia me godo Côte d'Ivoire e a ku ile ngonami le koko pe agboso so ike mi jira na le beta kake fogei didira mi me wona ne ke chokoko me le Ghana ne mi wode ko a do ko le soede ko da enya ike du kopolo lagbla e call for nana ike me no gbogbo koko be national police di mele mi asi le ike mi dibe mi apedu kone no le chomegbe a mele mi asi nenye be mi apete mi ateklita me obu abele ike mi apedu kopolo la hede nya ya agbola ekema ezo agba mi adade leadership successive government ojibe wa gbogbo national policy le mi asi gban and blueprint afforded de yo kemi ade akpogbobe nu yo kenye raw materials ole mi agbo deliberately mi akpogbobe mi do tefe yo kemi aton atro asile wonle be ogban ahedo fe mo novena ame yo ke awodo le tefe ma transport industry amole bodogbe anoyi anogbogbo ame yo ke awo wholesale player retailing distribution channel kaka awebe edo wodio abode mi afenu tome eye wa webe ega achi mi ape kotokumela be ega yo kemiko do finish product o cho beta cover onye ega home yo kelolo eye ega mawa ojo ide du ko yo keme mi don mo pe ekevime ta John Dramani Mahama eke 24-hour economy penya ole tome ne eko enuno no ko wo podem 2030 ke ona abe efe targeta mi dibe mi po 24-hour economy efe edowo pede na wa fonu alo wa de nu ike ogbolo afia kemi nenyebe le eya megale du kopolo amebubu va ha nyaten alide emo makejibe ameike dungo na wa ede afọ ABCD be ni yo kenye raw materials ole mi agbo mi ajawo ba atro asile hun be wa na be du kope ga ke via ne wa de abi other than that mi abakwe kwa be enya gbogbolo ma wodo method kaini ta eike susu ya vane do nkuku ya vane kwa ne kwede de wo mi
agbandio honorable Rafa Olasidogbe kwa mtufani se kwa minute ile karako ya chowa kwa na home mio katanya kwa mchucho katano kwa ya maka alawe ma o pia ma acho Nigeria we ma ko rida na ma ko pia api nyacho okay Christian message that to Facebook to Christian ajabu we akbana milo akbana ha Manasseh Washi Achiba Tenge big ups to Vemba TV akbano ha patience nyako senjo amunda do bana we nyako senjo amunda sa nyankora message the Cavaro, Kweku Domesera. This is lawyer Lydia Yakodonko, Commissioner of Police and Director General of the Ghana Investigation Department of the Ghana Police Service. She's the chair of the Police Ladies Football Club and chairperson of the Safety and Security Committee of the Ghana Football Association. In fact, she is doing very well with her duties and responsibilities in line of duty. She is calm in nature, but operates with action. All right, good price for that woman there. Marija Tabe, these are mere words. It is designed to silence you in 2030, by which time he would have looted the coffers and long gone. These are the kind of things they teach you at the sloganeering course at Akufo-Addo Institute of Corruption and Management. How to get imaginary targets with completion dates set beyond your political tenure to give you breathing space to loot, embezzle, pilfer public resources.
Away from that.
I don't know the I'm not getting it. All right, okay.
So kuku pele
If you are the over from the manufacturing sector, if you have a Japan pure chong, two more, Yatoshilonchi, profit GDP, which is income actually, 15%. Because so far 10% for manufacturing sector contributing in Nigeria.
Okay. Magbele le sister station at the Tama terrorist over attack Burkina Faso. Alebe miape asichala nyonu abame nyison buba gbele emaina megbele be. You see, look at that tomatoes apple for you. Burkina todo the tomatoes ble kaka o denawe ata o tan le export ya. You gbole feature tomatoes ble me atan in large quantity to the extent where me atan then yes then you I got timelefi waka ekwa your boy is all round. So the irrigation system is well set up. That is where we should also be investing in agriculture, so that at the end of the day we can fine-tune our products and be able to export to other countries. Ta ne duklola heko enyake heko ven. Megbelon 24-hour economy vabe avana inzo. Mesebe opas look here into what over to secretariat near over secretariat dekene hareko gakaya sent to whatever parliament. So this 24-hour economy ebolo Evado. To think about such a policy. But then, when one Kumsin was relating it to water problems in the thermal environment, the flowing it will affect production. The various companies will left me. But already, life you take into consideration, those companies are doing shift system before this 24-hour economy thing. But whatever we want to do with it, we should be able. Cocoa prices rise day. Name the meantime we have factories or industries where to produce, it, but to process cocoa beans where. This would have been a problem for us. It would have been something that we are used to. We do crops, we have seeds way, and we have the means of processing. Eke mega nyebe numeku ogbelelo. Nenyenu should be put in action. If cheno gakwe put into action la, make no abe commander sugar factory. It should be something that should be working. Be nyatepela mi oche mi akpo videle mi afe produce. If government would want to invest into agriculture, me sure be demiaji le mo gidi me peut to le fi ple macho ko ba go ti me nu to me le fi mi obete tomatoes ple ya o de zo pe nu to me obete nenye be there is a way ya ta ple de la hun le fi mi, and it will be all round. No borehole me awa de ba me a mechanize it, so that there will be this irrigation process of government to invest heavily in irrigation. Akova agblemi ojipitin. Ya kobe mi oche mi ano tomatoes blete. If we want to contribute to our GDP growth, then we have to help ourselves. We have to improve in our agriculture sector. Ademi aji into abejuko ene. The president Benya Obroy, it shouldn't just be a saying, just a talk, but there should be an action backing it. And even if there is an action, it should not become a white elephant. Because we have had these examples in this country. Imenya like a crowd, me avivinami, me jidudu, me doli jidudu, ejilemi ajo, bubu agava at the same thing. Me galo doli belo, me lo doli yaka doliwe, agava the same thing. Kodeva webe nufu over like boso who action. So that's a good one. You have to take our contribute to call Aide Unko. So government should go ahead.
Government should go ahead. You and pipito le ho chichina machampion mi nyama kwa messages over ronya vocal ga jo profession meta vocal o ga ma vocal to Emmanuel Kosibo akbano mako bedashia ke Newland la eti afia polento afia mako bedashia Felix mako bedashi do ikayasa mya ko shai ame o kunko shai ko o la kachasha mkaklem do iha mako bedashi Ruth eti polento afia mya ko sama ko bedashi Henry mako bedashi ke le bentota agbanyo le bentota mako bedashi ke togbi Volta Anas in kemya ko sama kashi majije
Volta Anas
ya mako bedashi da madapona vale ke mi pensi le buona nyambe kata te na kwa Roma kemya mekule YouTube bagata mo subo da mia asirafuma donc jiba boyimba TV la TikTok mio kata mi blog mio kata mi po o le pipi o le fifi le TikTok da mia pa ko kata nya sala kata no kata la kata chama ka mi da boyimba TV la TikTok ala be nya no nya manafuma nya troi de Facebook da boyimba TV nya no nya manafuma nya ile YouTube ji boyimba TV la kuma nya no nya manafuma ke mi le multi TV ji amomia ko sala le multi ji ke medak benen dikata be miwo de kapakin le Ŋdi Wɔna ko akpaya Tony Macboy nya blog Tony antoha le Facebook dane Tony Macboy le Facebook jiko na achika pakili de nya jojo kaka dota Facebook yekomale Tony GONY Macboy nebe ya dojo klimi ya demonbanami ya premianchi le wona me abe miao me do no ano ko me shai mi yo ngoko usonkole Ghana le Togo le Central Africa Baro East Africa Baro kata usanyako fika satellite tanyala ko mianko sen yo agbato ko soro ko nya kama chuma ko ga ko ma ya yo honorable Raphael Walasi Dogwe Bakule Honorable Luche Nyawe Banchi Ye Batonio. The Dojo Kata Kingdom Ble Joshua Ble Christian Mau Ko Nyokata Kwenchi Bakwe Wana Tijia Katamanam. Bye bye.
Hey, see, they go they pretend say they love you. They go they call for mouth, they sweet they call you. Say, they go they smile for front, they say they love you. Hey, they go they spoil for back, they say they love you. Hey, jealousy, 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 oh, everywhere. Jealousy, 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 oh, everywhere. Mon Dieu, mon Dieu, quand comme ça faut, mon Dieu, mon Dieu. Ah, mon Dieu, quand comme ça faut, mon Dieu, mon Dieu. This is the way this is.